Magisk trying to hold his nerve. He's got time as he got the electronic! New in the colors, but breathes life into Cloud9's Mirage.
Looking like a man recharged, a man that we've never seen before. Out of Na'Vi into Cloud9, smiles on the face, the attitude's there, the fire's there, and now a stunner. What a massive round.
He was the only one that could do it. 1 is crazy, 2 is ridiculous, and then winning the round with the recovered rifle as well.
You could see how uncertain he was. He had no idea where Magisk was coming from. I think the teammates were firing in. You heard the flash. You know where he's coming from. Steadied the aim and got the job done.
They can run with this now, Chad. Vitality, they're wobbly, they're battered, they're bruised. And this could be the difference maker. They are armored to the teeth, geared to the nines, and Axel looking away, wrong way! Vitality takes down 2. Shiro gone, Electronic the same, and this is limp from the T side.
The rounds that Vitality are picking up, they're able to just swat them away. Multiple kills, not looking in the right direction. Cloud9 have to fight tooth and nail. And Hobbit goes down as well, just ready for every duel. Magistrate's his head off, and now it's just Perfecto.
Oh, and just as he unzooms, still nails it with the quick scope.
Not known to be an AWPer, and
oh, some housekeeping.
Yeah, seeing if he can throw that one away. Don't let that get into the hands of Zaiwu if you can. Perfecto will find his AK, still has plenty of time on the clock. His bigger issue is Magisk and Spinks right now. They'll cut him off at the pass. And that bomb currently not in their line of sight, but it's about to be.
Yeah, and that's going to make things even more difficult for Perfecto. Yep, hey, Magisk mouth are moving. Information flowing for Vitality. Already, with 8 rounds, they have won this half, and now to extend it, they need 9. They need to kill Perfecto. He still has only got 15.
They're both here.
He could technically find 2 heads, and yeah, threatening, as always, in Perfecto's clutches, but 9 already secure for Vitality.
I don't expect he was thinking go around that corner, and both of the players are sitting on top of the bomb, right? So Perfecto there, just trying to go down before time expired, made sure that came to fruition. And this is it again, they're just trying to walk out on contact here, and you mentioned Axel going down time and time again. Not great for him on debut. We knew the nerves would be a bit of a factor here. He seemed like a bit of a non-factor so far, but this is the T side. This is them on the attack. Let's see if they can muster together 1 or 2 more before halftime, because Vitality are looking much more dominant in the rounds they're able to convert here.
Well, that's for sure. Electronic the exception. Oh no, have they lost the smoke? Been happening to them all over.
But just look, Vitality aren't stressed. They're not worried about fakes. They're not addressing crazy, peeking out, and Mac 10 to the head. That's something.
What is going on? He's surely a dead man. Look at his HP. Team Flash getting awkward. Hold on, Axel's into the site. Half health, sure. Good spray from Flames. He's still got bullets, but the flash is perfect. They're going to run him down. Zaiwu still contributing despite that low HP. Perfecto finds the penultimate frag, and it puts it all onto Flames.
I feel like this has to be a bit of a save situation here for Flames.
$0.
Yeah. He would love to give this one a crack, wouldn't he? Clutch on a big stage like this, but the decision and the call should come through. Now that was a big impact from Hobbit through middle right there. Axel and Perfecto both contributing as part of this. And if we talk about the way that they're at least attacking in a round like that, they're seeing if they're playing aggressive middle, they're luring them in, and they're fortunate they got that kill. If Hobbit doesn't get that kill, there might not be as many eyes over towards the mid corridor, and then they can't just waltz out on towards that A site. You saw how well the up-down smokes towards stairs and jungle worked. But very just simple counter-strike from Cloud9 here. And I think that's one of the keys. They don't have to play anything too fancy.
Well, consider how little time they've had to develop the new ones required for fancy.
So after time. Okay. Well, Flames, who will get to hold on to his rifle there. Doesn't go down. Something for Vitality to carry through here into round 14.
Yeah, it's something, but it's not much.
No, but it's been spotty for Cloud9. It hasn't been consecutive rounds here. They've only been able to just dot them across the round timeline throughout this first half of play. A good impact considering the finances, and both of these teams haven't really been able to build a big bucket of cash in this game. And again, scouts to signify exactly that. Apex and Zaiwu wielding those.
If he gets another one with that scout, look at this buy. Vitality, this would be full-on thievery to take a round with what they've brought in.
Well, this is the difference between a 11-4 half and maybe a 9-6 for Cloud9. If they win this round, Finances very light on.
Oh,
excuse me?
Just the rule breaker.
I thought we nerfed the jumping scout.
Yeah, I don't think Zywoo got the memo. Nice adjustment. I don't know if Electronic's looking for this. Not looking. And Flamesy contributes. That's that AK set up for success. Team play from the Israeli duo.
And we've seen them lose picks before on this T side. They've just limped into action here. Staying silent about this. Shiro has an awful lot of space to work with, but he's being tagged as well.
Oh my gosh. All of these scouts chipping away at Cloud9. They're limping and walking a little funky, a little wobbly. That's a miss. That's a tag. Perfecto though with 2. Zips up the body bag and stabilizing into this round. Now there is damage done. That scout, that Deagle, lethal miss shot. Hobbit profits. Can Flamesy have a second bite of the cherry? Perfect flashbang. And a nade for good measure. How is Flames still alive with just 12 HP? What's Spinks to do as well?
Get out, hold on to what you have here.
All of that damage, all for naught.
There might be another gun that Spinks can pick up towards mid here, but trying to take a jewel and wins it. The Deagle does get him something. But now it will just be Flames to hold on to this AK-47 yet again. So there's 5 for Cloud9. They've whirred into this half. They've had to work quite difficult to get into things. Perfecto, they've bowed them out with a double from Palace. Without that, there's still so much pressure, and you're talking about the tags. We can reflect here at the end of the round just to see how low can you go. Well, Axile down to 18. Peppered up, but not enough.
Yeah, it was that double from Perfecto, the difference maker.
Now do we see a pace change out of Cloud9 here? They know they've got them on the ropes. They know they don't have a whole lot of weapons to work with. You know that Yuto's going to be light on.
Ooh. That
in mind, they've got multiple options, multiple ways to skin the cat here. You know, you can just go a slow default spread. You can allow them to push, but so far Vitality's been good at finding picks. So that's why I'm suggesting Cloud9 maybe something a bit of a pace change, maybe something a bit more together. And this is it, 4 out mid.
Oh, and Flamesy. He's been spotted, but the flashes keep him safe. Power position for him. That might delay this mid crawl. Chip damage. Unconfirmed, but Apex swallows it.
Nothing out of this here, Cloud9. They've been able to put Hobbit up at his perch towards tap, but that's about it. Back in towards a bit more of a default spread here. Electronic with the B apartment, Shiro, Hobbit combination towards middle. Perfecto tasked with dealing with anything over towards A, and Axile in float here.
Both poking. You know it's a limited buy. You're not in a hurry if you're Cloud9. You've still got to look how many nades they've still got on their belt loops. This is just an initial investigation.
We've seen them have issues late, though. If they allow the clock to get too long, Vitality have done a good job of gambling, or at least playing for the info to get themselves in the right place at the right time. Flames are going to respect that. It's actually going to bottleneck him. Axile will be hearing 2 sets of footsteps on the catwalk.
Spinks will be in the right place for this. A dialogue between them, and it leads to Spinks' demise. Flames, though, may be overlooked. They're coming for him. Flamesy catching and timing upon the descent. Shiro doesn't know. Zywoo contributing. And the spray connects onto Hobbit with just 6 HP. That bomb now loose. Now the molly's finished off Zywoo, but Electronic, his flank does nothing. Apex aware of the gap, but it's Flamesy still racking up headshots. A second, maybe 3. Hobbit with 6 HP, 1 on 2. No chance for the plant. No chance for the round here. They will not allow you to plant. Apex makes sure of it. 10-5. A solid haul. Vitality in the lead. Cloud9 just about finding themselves and something to work with into our second half of play.
Зорсог ба штэ Tech9-аар. Тэгээ нэг толгойд орчуулж заавал бол та. За 15. Гарбуугаа алдуулсан нэлээд хэцүү. Cloud9. Чита орох уу бороо. Чита ёо. Чита олдё бол орно. Хаад санаж байгаа бол би байна. Фастас гэж. Хаж орж ирэхгүй шүү дээ. Яг бүр хэцүү байх юм бол нэг юм байх бол. Калисто камбэк юм шиг байна. Хөө бүр хэцүү байвал нэг өөр тий. Миний нөгөө яг Саша Блов гэдэг дүр маань одоо байхгүй болоод дүү ч юм уу, ахын ч юм уу. Data X-ийг өөр дүрээр орж ирж байна. Тэгээс би Саша Блов гэдэг дүрээр орохгүй. Өчтөг нэг орхочлаа алга өдөө. Өчигдрийн Курт Сити өдрийн стримийг харж байхад үгүй яг л нөгөө байдаг болдог хүмүүс нь яг л байх байдгаар. Астралиси фэнэдэх шиг байна. Гоё багс байсан шүү. Одоо хамгийн амар юутай багч Астралис л байгаа шүү дээ. Тэгээ болсон.
We're back. It's the half of our quarter-final, our first dip into the Lanxess Arena for IEM Cologne 2023. We have got so many bums in seats, and they sell you the whole thing, but you probably only will need the edge of it for the majority of our games here today. I am very, very glad to be jumping into our second half. Now, 10-round haul, Vitality looking... Well, you were telling me, Chad, looking that they were more convincing in their victory.
They just had better reads. I felt like they understood what Cloud9 were doing more often than not, and the type of rounds that Cloud9 had to win required some heroics from the new in-game leader, Electronic. Shiro also hasn't shown up yet here today in the Lanxess Arena. 3 kills so far. Would love to get him on the board, and the pistol round would be a great way to kick that off.
Oh, perfecto. Yeah, he's got to get out of dodge on that one. Shiro is pushed up. Now noted.
Committed.
Yeah, full commit to that.
This means he's going to need Electronic and Perfecto to hang around. This makes the extremities in the interim a little bit weaker. Hobbit as well as Axel are those two individuals tasked with the A and the B bomb sites here. Vitality want to really deal with Shiro. They can't leave him here.
Smoking regardless of Shiro's forward position.
Or maybe they can. Path of least resistance, why the hell not?
And look who it is waiting on this bomb site.
No support, fast rotation, not going to be fast enough.
Widely regarded as one of the most proficient mechanical riflers in this video game.
He's on his own.
And Axile. Hands, flames, a quick bullet between the eyes. Hard to track for the second. Well managed by Spinks and the Glock. Electronic next on the scene, but that bomb now ticking. Oh, and Shiro. Precise headshot onto Zyro. He has nothing to do, but they strip ball swing in to Perfecto. And Shiro coming to ask questions of him as well. Spinks is doing an awful lot. A double kill as well. A 2-on-2. Bomb ticking away. Perfecto next down. And Spinks to close. And that must feel fantastic. Just 5 away from taking away their pick. Cloud9 picking Mirage and now down in the dumps with 5 rounds to boast.
Both pistols here. Both pistols in the favor of Vitality. This is the recipe for success. It felt good. Axel got the necessary kill. You're thinking maybe it needs to be 2 because he's the only one on the site. But once Zywo on the lurk, on that flank, gets removed, you think they can just turn all of their attention. It wasn't together. It wasn't crisp. And Cloud9, they've got to stomach another pistol loss here and concede 12 rounds. This is them just operating on well, the lightest of buys possible. A little bit of util invested upon here, but that's all you have to note for Cloud9 into round number 17. You have to worry for them as well as far as this series is concerned. I think it's Inferno coming up next here. And that was a map that we saw Cloud9 with Buster play against Gamer Legion, and well, maybe one we'd rather forget. They're in the right place.
Yeah, no, that
they just don't have the right tools for the job, unfortunately.
Flames. Been given that UMP
Triple to
and
high,
a
high.
ton and space in combination. Racking them up. Oh, wow. Oh, Cage, what's going on here? Electronic has got so much more than he was worth. 3 with the USP.
Costly, I'll give him that much.
Ямар гоё юу
Decent
хийчих.
amount of damage there, sure. I think Vitality are feeling pretty comfy here. We're seeing the difference between a, well, previous major champion, actually the most recent major champion, and a newly put together super team.
Yeah. Major champions, Vitality. And then you make a roster change.
Well, this here could be the backbreaker right now, map number 1. The investment, first gun round here. Cloud9 are into the bite, being able to get the AWP in the hands of Shiro. They need to hold on. There's no defuse kit. Util's a little bit light. And if we want to have a map here, if we want to have some competition, if we want to get the Lanxess loud, Cloud9 need to start putting up some resistance. The first half was spotty at best.
Австралисын хуучин тасгалж явуулагчийг аваад. Дээрээс нь Австралисын 2 ихэнх 2 явлаа. Magis
The entire...
It's very fluid. Look, they're constantly moving together, right? It's not like Apex is waiting for his players to just go for fights on their own and then make decisions. He's constantly corralling them. All right, we're here, we do this together. We didn't get the reaction we wanted, maybe we did. Let's keep moving. They're just as a unit right here, Vitality. It's not just pack roll, it's not 4-1, but it's definitely well thought out. And Apex has a clear idea of how he wants to finish this round.
Yeah, it's always been a signature of Apex calling from entry fragger to leadership to winning a trophy. A major trophy at that one. And Magisk, he draws first blood. Shiro gone. And the AWP does nothing once again. And it gets worse. Electronic fully blinded and eliminated as they just kick open the A side door. And for the boys of Cloud9, this is just a helpless round. You already highlighted they barely had enough funds to cobble together a buy, never mind kits and the luxuries of that ilk. And so 13's just going to be rolling over for Vitality.
And this is the classic conversation of it's too good to be true. We set up all this hype, this expectation. I don't think theirs are as high as ours from a community standpoint, the anticipation to see this team. And so far the players are not operating at their highest of possible. You can see Shiro, he's really struggling right now, not having a good game of things whatsoever. Axel's holding on, right? He's contributing here. Hobbit, somebody who had to step up in lieu of Axel. He was massive during the group stage.
Yeah, and to just explain a little as to why expectations were so high. We talk about on paper. How about I give you what's at the top of that sheet of paper? Shiro, number 3 in the world in 2022, number 4 in 21. Axel, he was in the top 5 in 2 years running. Hobbit, he's been number 6, 11 over across a span of years, and Electronic, he's been there too. He's been number 4, 5, 6, and 7 across the year. And Perfecto even winning Anchor of the Year according to HLTV.org. That is this roster. That is the full 5. Every single player with an accolade to boast, and right now Vitality's making them look silly.
Yeah, and then you have to consider you've got major champions in here. Perfecto Electronic, Hobbit winning back in 2017, PGO Krakow with that Gambit roster.
And I mean, there is never, at least according to my recollection, been a debut like this. Like, hey everyone, it's the playoffs, and now you get to see what we look like.
And this was the whole conversation. Are they going to thrive? Are they going to make their mark? Or are they going to flounder here? Is this going to be the first in another chapter of struggles? Well, I'm out taken. And back towards this A bomb site, Vitality, they can just bludgeon them to death here. They're looking great as a unit. Everybody contributing. Take a look at the frag distribution. Vitality are playing like a team right now.
Axel first falling. Maybe Hobbit can do some more. He's forced forward. Flamesy! A double kill. Electronic would need the same. Only the one with that 5-7. And Shiro, he's been quiet, and it stays that way. They have gotten to 14 rapidly.
It's actually remarkable, the distribution here for Vitality. I know this is a stomping. You look at the scoreline here. This isn't a close matchup whatsoever, but the top end is ZywOo and Spinks on 18 apiece. The low end is Flamesy and Magisk on 15. 3-kill disparity from top to bottom here. Apex is contributing. We had some games with it during the group stage. He's yelling at his opponent. It's 4v5. I don't even need to frag. Well, today, I think he's decided to show up when it matters most.
Comeback in this.
No stranger is Apex to Cologne. Second place in 2015, 2019, and 2020. Yet to lift that trophy. His 9th attendance here in Cologne. But this one is with a roster I'm sure he has a lot of confidence in.
Again, it's just so direct out of Vitality. They can get to exactly where they need to. No dramas, they're not slowed, going through all their paces. No nade damage, no information on exactly where they currently are in terms of a unit. So playing somewhat blind at Cloud9. Sure, there's smokes, there's spam, there's finally a little bit of damage done. 2 HEs will connect, Flamesy and Spinks.
But can we not conclude, or can Cloud9 not conclude that with this pack roll style, when there's smoke, there's probably fire?
This is where their individuals need to stand up and be counter. You need multi-kills here. One's not enough. These duels, you need to make sure that you lighten them up.
A cheeky smoke from Spinks.
B-split. It's just Shiro.
Well, it does imply, yeah. It certainly implies it. Shiro's already taken down Magic. That might force them to change their mind. Jump into his jaws as he takes another with the orb.
Нэг орцсон байгаа.
From Flamesy, hoping to bait him as Shiro. Godlike on the 3rd.
Ёо.
A solo performance from Shiro. Hobbit will put the cherry
Инста
on
суурсаа.
top, but
Ёо, гоё
And
штэ.
finally, Shiro
Ямар
shows his
гоё
worth,
бэ.
shows us what he can do.
There he is. Solo sight right there. All the pressure coming his way. Line him up, knock him down. That's the Shiro that you want to be seeing here today. But we need plenty more of that if you want to have a game of things here. The score shifts ever slightly. Vitality's commanding lead. It's maintained. Money for a buy, no problem. I need a whole lot more of that from every individual on Cloud9 going forward here. And let's get back into play. There's smoke here, so don't see that every day of the week. Bit of an unforced error out the gates. Shiro again, second level of the alphabet available, so
Calling their bluff, perhaps, expecting that you try and hit the same site, expect the orb to be somewhere else, but
he's on an island.
Alone, and it doesn't matter into ZywOo first.
Do they call it off, or do they go for this? Apex doesn't have to throw a team to divide down here. Flamesy's got the space, was spotted now, can't get it done.
Big from Axile as well, a 2-man advantage for Cloud9.
Very good, very hard.
In the 11th hour of their map, Shiro leads with another. Still the bomb site lost though, they will get that bomb down, a 2 versus 4. Cloud9 cannot let this one slip away. This has to be a formality. Proactive.
He's gonna push.
He's bringing.
He's gonna push.
Towards Cloud9. Do they overlook it? No, spotted out. Repositions, trying to delay. Spinks as well. Finds his final position, and it's Hobbit good for it. Spinks would have to do something ridiculous as 3 barrel towards him, and Perfecto set for success. As Cloud9 will make a 7th. And with these 2 rounds back-to-back, Chan, I've seen just enough to expect a closer scoreline at the bare minimum, a competitive game at the high end.
But this is where Cloud9, a team who's sure it's some big names and names that we love to watch, don't have an awful lot of big stage experience. Sure, we're talking about the trophies and the accolades, but in terms of being in an environment like this and being able to convert, that's something that has eluded the majority of these players. So when you have a Shiro, you have an Axile, and they are meant to have such a large output, you need to see if they've got the gusto to give us a comeback in an environment like this. Maybe this is temporary. How far can they really push the issue here? 7 more rounds necessary to tie things up, and an opportunity now. As Vitality will have the stomach something a little bit lighter here, but Shiro again, they really don't want to let them into B.
And what happens when you get this again? Surely you feel like you're banging your head against a brick. Flamesy this time, Shiro's first victim.
They're feeding him now. You're giving this kid confidence. We were talking about how 3 or 4 kills not that long ago in the last 2. Being able to find some big contributions here.
That's that X factor of having an AWP player like Shiro.
That's 3 rounds back to back to back. He decided to stand in B. This is very curious.
And he keeps just tearing up their strategy book. You have an intention, you have a plan, I have an AWP. ZywOo has an AK. An electronic turns his back. Zywoo demonstrates his prowess. Spinks with the deagle, not so lucky as Axile's double has likely secured the round. Yeah, look at the damage. Perfect from Axile. That's his round with the triple.
Ямар гоё тоглож байна.
contribution.
Яста алга ташмар гоё тоглож байна.
Here's a theory.
Maybe
they wanted some more CT side rounds to allow him to warm in.
It was all part of their master
We wanted
plan.
as many rounds as possible here on the stage, huh? Well, that is a big one to win, and it's finally put a bit of a dent in the finances here.
I'll take it a level further, Chad. Psychological. So, yeah, the psychological warfare. They know Apex likes to wear his heart on his sleeve, likes to go through the full spectrum of emotions. Well, why don't we give him 14? And then watch as he helplessly witnesses that gap close.
Pressure's on Hobbit here over towards 8. Cloud9 exploring across the rest of the map here, and it's very, very quiet.
Deviation from the norm.
Oh, okay, hold up a second.
We play on, folks. A conversation mid-round, but we do play on. Game faces now. Hobbit's burning, forced in, still gets away with one. Apex will punish. The A side looking good, looking set at least for the plant, but their weapons and their utility is very light on. It has to just be individual duels. Shiro's waiting for that fight, and Apex gives it to him. He'll be punching in the air knowing he's given that one up.
Plenty of nades here for this retake. Bomb now. About 30 seconds left. Need to start putting this together as Axile takes down Spinks. Just 2 to find. Zywoo and Magis.
Zywoo. And it was not anymore. Electronic straight onto it. And nothing Magis can do as Cloud9 will pick up that defuse and a 9th. 4 on the trot now. 4 in a row. Ooh, a turncoat.
Quick little technical timeout required here, everybody. So what do you got going for us? I heard yesterday there's going to be some beer snakes. That was something I was promised.
Oh, really?
Is it the Roaring Bears? Are they here?
Oh, I can hear them. They have drums and they have rhythm. I can see them. Keeping the energy up.
Apex нь үүд юм биш те. Catalytic-ийн.
We got Heroic versus Astralis a little bit later today. We got any Danes in the house?
Cloud9-ийн болохоор тэр гол сууж байгаа хин нэмдэ.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Handmade.
Talent.
Electronic хийгээд байгаа юм уу?
I see a snake
starting to form.
Starting to form, exactly.
All right, both teams signaling they are ready and raring to go. We get the match medic on and we get things back underway here. As you prefaced, 4 on the trot. That's from both teams in this second half of play. You have a pistol with the conversions for Vitality. Both pistols. Big man, big coach, big presence. And big achievements. Has a bit to say here. I don't think the problem has quite been solved. We will conclude this tactical timeout, and looks like we might head into another tech here just to keep everybody up to date. So we will keep the particulars to a minimum for now.
Match point авах гэдэг л та. Тэгэхээр нөгөөдөл нь бүр.
I see fist bumps being exchanged.
Hobbitтэй зогтгүй гар.
Looking good, looking good. Hold your horses. But why don't I ask my favorite analysts? Lanxess, let me hear you if Vitality takes Mirage. Oh, okay, hold on. So that means, how about Cloud9 wins Mirage?
Got a cathedral full of believers.
Yeah, we most definitely do. There's something in our DNA that does underdogs do wonders to us. Cloud9, how have we framed them as the underdog? I'll never know.
Right, it's like the biggest dog, but we just met them.
No, sorry, the biggest dog on paper.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. Right now, their bark's maybe a little bit bigger than their bite thus far.
Yeah. They're called Brutus.
Гоё штэ. Ёо, хүтэн фиугаа аа. Тоглолтоо үзээ.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah, that's a German breakfast. That's what that's called.
Well, we've got some good news. Problem solved. Back underway. Here we go. 14-9, round number 24. Will this campaign of Cloud9 continue here? Will Vitality put a silencer to stop to this and take us to Inferno? Quick, smart. Comes out for both teams, ZywOo and Shiro. AWP's equipped.
Oh, and an interesting point. Out of the gates from Electronic. Now Shiro eats that flash, but gets away from the spray from Flames. An activation and a head-on collision of leaders as Apex is taking down Electronic on his walk. Aggression punished. And Apex, he is at the top of the scoreboard alongside ZywOo and Spinks right now.
Someone from Cloud9 has to respond here. 45 down a man, they need to fight.
Who is it going to be? Look at this. Posturing.
The
one to do it. From the short side, and Shiro will rack up another as well. Looking for info, looking for another scalp.
Shiro.
The Vitality, operating at a man disadvantage, will look to regroup.
It's just got very static here for them. Apex getting that pick, though, hopefully waiting for the regress. You see Spinks get caught off guard, not ready for that fight, probably wanting to get out of dodge. Between two mines here, so 2 frags back in the favor of Cloud9, a one-man advantage. With ZywOo still alive, joined by Flamesy and Magis, there is a real opportunity for this still. Window obscured. They might have to go in here, sneaky beaky like. Silence at a premium now. As the crowd, they want blood.
Well, it's coming, 30 seconds.
Shiro might even make it over here in time as well.
Oh,
they threw the molly into each other.
They've whiffed it through the Flames. Flames gets one, maybe they can get something done here because ZywOo's in the clutch, but Shiro should have them. Triple out of Shiro and Cloud9, they say play on.
Still got hot under the collar for both teams there. Molly into the back of the teammate, had to extinguish. And you can see here, if you're Apex, you're going to be trying to reset the troops, get them to focus on some of these key details here, because there was no reaction after those kills came in. Right, the 2 frags back, you knew there were multiple bodies mid, nobody moved. If you're Apex in that moment, and this isn't even the bit you're worried about, okay, you know, problems like that happen, but it's the inaction after the 2 kills back from Cloud9. You're having to wait for somebody to make a decision. And you can see Electronic, he is a new man, right? We've definitely seen the excitement from him before, but he has embraced this leadership, and he said he wants to be one of the best in-game leaders of all time. That fire in the belly is now fueling this comeback. And Shiro in the first half, a non-issue. Now up to 16 frags. Both Axel and Shiro are online. Gap in this. Slightest. Shiro works with it. For now, the reposition available here. Run boost down towards mid. ZywOo with the space required. Keeping him busy now over towards B. Axel and Perfecto on high alert.
Mid control айгүй ортой авчлаа.
Big nade there, flak damage done to Apex. Follow up as well, so just tickle. Dealing with Mr. Mattis flare towards the underpass. They're not playing for mid here though, Cloud9. You can see just this passive stance. They're trying to funnel them into either side. It looks like a B split once more. This time Shiro's ult isn't home. Axel and Perfecto, the test is yours.
Oh, and Flamesy's passing his with flying colors. Perfecto now knows something. They know where he is. Electronic from all the way on A has caught Apex. The tail of this assault, but it's Flames into the site. He's got his lineups. The flashes are perfect too. This is going to be a real mountain to climb if Cloud9 want to avert 15. Kits on the site, plentiful. But do they go for this? They're having a look, but ZywOo, he repels the first look out of Electronic, and now, on their 6th time of asking, Vitality will find a round. And they've got Flamesy to thank on the way in.
By any means, Flamesy. Some of his aim has been a little bit shaky, traditionally a bit crisper of a player, but the nerves are here for everybody. And Shiro hanging around to try and do some damage on the way out the door.
Timing.
And if you're a newer viewer, we call that one timing. Counter-Strike is full of it. Sometimes it favors you, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, now it just got a whole lot more difficult for Cloud9.
And the legacy of Pasha Biceps Lives on in
Right.
the Lanxess.
Fashion.
That is some shot, isn't it? He had 2 targets as well.
And he didn't
Жаахан
fumble.
хүлээж
And
гядах
speaking of
боломж байхгүй
fumbles, Shiro
шүү.
fumbled his util on the way in there, trying to throw that through the smoke, right? Didn't get his lineup, so you can see some of these moments, these details that we see these players getting right more often than not. Wobbling here. Timeout to be called, the 3rd expended from Cloud9, and it might be the final opportunity for Groove to call this. Does he want to go back to back? He has the liberty to do so.
Cloud9 are going to be cognizant that they didn't win either pistol. You know, this was a 14-5 game. Now the 15th has been secured. Is there any more fight in Cloud9 here on Mirage? Their defenses look strong. It has looked stalwart. But it has to be perfect from now on. And Flamesy is going for an early fight. Electronic eats the flashbang, sprays a bit messy, but the headshot's found, and Flames falls to his namesake, the Molotov of Shiro, to tie us up at 4 each. Thinks better of continuing that fight. Axile hits the warning shot onto Zywoo, and we look like we're going to be retooling for this upon the fade. Shiro doesn't hit the flick. And Hobbit's burning down. Apex will finish him off, and Axile's already low as well. It really does fall to Shiro if they want to commit. Big find. Zywoo down to Axile in mid. Smokes are up. Shiro missing. Apex charging. Plan on default. Apex. Whoa, he tagged him through the box. Shiro, he's doing so much damage. Look at their health. Only one man slightly healthy. It's going to have to be Magis. Maybe Apex and Spinks can just distract, contribute in any way, shape or form they can. A 3-on-3 for Mirage. Now Magis is gone with this HP. They should be dead men. This should be Cloud9's round. Perfecto's there. Does get the first. Sure we play on.
David retake right there. Wobbly from both teams. You can see the pressure at the moment getting to them here, but they get it done, Cloud9. Hobbit caught off guard, just completely smoked there. And Shiro with a couple of misses as well, but that util, you see this just landing. Oh, perfectly placed. Yeah, and a moment sooner, that bomb might not have gone down. But holding on. Whew. And Apex knowing just how close they were to picking up map number 1 here. But Axel, we have to highlight him. 20 kills to his name. He's keeping up with everybody. This is his debut in the Cloud9 colors here with the new roster. A new team, a new smell, and he's up to his old tricks. The question with Axel was, can he come out of his shell? Can he flourish in the big moments like Shiro? In the last year, we've seen the development of this talent. We've seen Shiro become a player who takes the risk, who plays with confidence, who will shut you down. Axel, that same conversation has not happened. Mechanically a monster, sure. But he cannot grasp these bigger moments with both hands and change a game. This could be his chance to do so. He's contributing. He's doing what he needs to do for the team. He might be able to find himself a monster moment very soon because we're back in the bias here. Vitality take the time out to talk this one through. Getting close now, just 4 rounds the difference. Just 4 rounds separating us from overtime here.
And the demands remain the same. Perfection asked of them, but look at this. Apex playing contact. Hobbit's got info. They'll have to adjust the setup now. Look at the space. Look at the headshot. Apex 21 and counting. As Flamesy's with him, even exchanges Shiro a problem for them. Trapped on Tetris. Trying to bail themselves out. Flash out Flames. He's not scared. Trying to make the space as they do actually manage to fall away. Smoke, flash, and evacuate.
Axel hasn't really moved a muscle here. Still playing off towards this position. Sound cues at a premium here. Rejigging the setup at Cloud9. There's so many unknowns. Where have Vitality gotten off to? We saw this one before and we're about to see it again. Grouping back up. Zywoo, Flamesy, and Spinks this time. In search of round 16 here. And it is really just Axel to contend with this for now. It'd be way too late to the party, Alex. If this turns into a retake, it favors Vitality.
Consideration.
Bigger.
Vitality are in. Axile now confirming his suspicions. This is scary. Cloud9.
Impossible retake.
What are you supposed to do now? The bomb ticking as your map hangs in the balance. of just one man. Perfecto alone.
Ah,
Every second that passes a condemnation of your mirage.
За байц. Хоёрын сэрнэг.
How does Zywoo and Spinks lose this? I just don't see a world where this happens. They'd have to really throw this one away. Look at the time.
Gas.
16 is coming in Vitality. One step closer to the semi-finals.
Flamesy's going to feel real good about that one. A great performance for the young kid. This is the stage that he's been dreaming of. Makes his way up to the big leagues with Vitality. And a statement 21 frags as a team effort from Vitality pick up map number 1.
Cloud9, sink or swim now. Do or die now if they want a chance to voice concerns, to show us that we are not excited for the wrong reasons and the wrong team. It has to be the reverse sweep.
Болсон раунд алдчихлаа л да. Болсон сүртэй барьлаа шүү дээ. Өөрийнхөө лиг бас тархичлаа нараас нь. Эдгээр амир тий. Яа энэ бол гайхамшигчиг. Өвчтэй юм шиг ингэж эстдэг хүмүүс байш шүү тий. Sample байна. Device was амар байсан тий. Хойд. Astralis тогтой. Фазон байна. Скаги. За, одоо юу үзэх вэ дээ? Юу үзэх вэ? People clone. John Dawson scored too. You've been taking every part of me. Now you know where to be found. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious. So damn tired of trying to understand why I still believe that what we have was ever meant to last. Guess you made a fool of me. You got me confused, a little off balance. Thought I knew you, but you got bad habits. I only see blue when I'm thinking about you, thinking about you. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm feeling anxious and slowly breaking. Give you my heart, but you keep my waiting. Searching for answers, no explanation. You make love so complicated. I'm slowly breaking. You make love so complicated.
За за. Манай үзэж байгаа хүмүүс доктор YouTube бичлэг дээр нэг гоё edit хийдэг. Видео дээр edit хийдэг хүмүүс. Таалагдаарай.
I live my life searching for the light. Been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right. We were born to shine, and we still got time. It's not hopeless. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you see me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight.
Kill leads to a lack of decision. They don't exactly know, and the reaction is immediate here. This is beautiful. This is what Dempsey needed. They needed rhythm. They needed pace.
And this was the big difference, I think, between the two teams is vitality and Apex's ability to switch up. I mean, his hits on the extremity.
I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Good fight. Good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Good fight. You know I'm gonna
amına koyayım işte. Boss on sıçıyor falan. Öyle uğrayayım sus. Evo oturttu da işte.
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
За дуустал нэглэж байгаа юм байна. Зэрэг автомобиль.
What is your calling?
Хитэр автомобиль шүү дээ.
Reigning major champions. One map away from a semi-final berth to meet Ents. Picking up where they left off before the player break. And the Lanxess arena filled to the brim, eagerly awaiting resistance from Cloud9. Pistols were a problem on map 1, Chad, and now we find ourselves map 2, Inferno.
За хэлсэн юм шүү.
Vitality's pick and Cloud9, they have to disrupt, they have to reverse sweep. Or Axal's trip to Cologne could be a quick one.
Already this banana control quite quickly here out the gates. Axal, the point man of this. Looking to disrupt, even with the side choice. Cloud9 opting to start on the T side here. Util raining over towards the B bomb side. Apex with Util at the ready and Magisk in combination, but both players, vision obscured for now.
He's got more where that came from. Nade could be well placed, and just a bit of chip damage. Axal's already cleared the back of the site.
Electronic has a re-smoke here for CT spawn. They can lock them out here. There's a kit in play on Magisk, a smoke and a flash available for Apex, but the bomb goes down. 5-on-5 retake. Hobbit is loose. He's in the wind.
And the smoke's been thrown out by Electronic, buys more time. Already a rotation through. That kit on Magisk will come into play. Contact's coming.
And so is Hobbit.
Apex flash through. Boost over, connects onto Axile. Perfecto on the pull, the next target, I would say next victim.
Араас нь зүгээр машиндаа төгсөө Hobbit.
Perfecto for the cream on top.
That's the way to kick off this half here for Shiro, to kick off this map for Shiro. And that's the beer snake we were promised. So a pistol for Cloud9.
And a beer snake for the Lanxess.
Oh, well, this is a better way to start your campaign here. A P250 in the back of the site, mowing them down, and Hobbit's flank even comes into play here. The last piece of the puzzle. This is what you're looking for with the T start. Now, if you can deal with the force buy back from Vitality, you set yourself up pretty here for a 3-round conversion. What does the international squad have to say about this one? Avoids the nade. Applies pressure towards B. Potentially calls the bluff of Vitality here.
Yeah, he's been dropped extra utility, trying to puff up his chest. It's an early smoke is thrown, and it does draw out one of Apex's cachet.
On-site limp smoke here, but if Apex replenishes this smoke, the question becomes for Cloud9, do we go through it? Do we think there's more than just one body here? And that molly, perfect. They've dissuaded, they just completely removed the possibility for him to be a jarring presence. So they understood the scenario, they've dealt with the sole defender of the B-bomb side, and Cloud9, through just decision-making of utility, have secured themselves the second round of play here.
За
it's not
стеклсэн байсан.
the
Стекл нь олж
very,
ирсэн
very
гээ.
best outcome. Sure, winning's nice,
Армороо
but
хадгалж байгаа.
Vitality will have an opportunity to give it another look in. That 3-round conversion you were talking
Well,
about.
will they?
Одоо
Look at this. Cloud9
террор
already
бол хөөж
understand the
ирсэн
status
юм.
quo of this round.
Сэмжигээр фармдах
They've
хэрэгтэй.
evacuated the
Өнгөтэй
bottom
болох
side. They've
хэрэгтэй.
left one caretaker. They have the linchpin of Axel locking the door. They know where you are.
Сайт бол
They
би
just have to
бүгд
find you.
Okay, this could have a few
Тэгж
more twists and
болохгүй.
turns for
Тэгж
this
болохгүй.
second bite of the force buy.
Throw the Mac 10s their way.
Мэдээд байна.
Are they not going to overstep the mark? They've contained them. They boxed them in.
And they'll take anything that they can get. You'd think the Mac 10s would have a look in, but no.
Stalemate, okay. Not throwing their bodies on the line. Good restraint from both teams there. I don't think Vitality were so aware of how much of a threat was just around the corner, but as you mentioned, a double dip with these upgrades.
The Lanxess Arena wants blood, Chad. A pacifist round of Counter-Strike.
I met that lad last night. He came from California.
No,
the
the
way
beast
up in
tech.
they went woo behind him, yeah.
Yeah.
All the way. There's a guy from New York I met last night. People come all over the world. Check this one out. This is about avoiding the stack yet again.
Right,
So
but
you have to ask yourself, do you try the same door twice?
and
Can
you make it feel the same?
туссан.
Apex is going to do his best impression. It's exactly the same from Cloud9. Frontside limp smoke. Apex with one in exchange. The bomb not committed here, which is telling Cloud9 are just starting to feel things out. They're in no rush. The more he spams, the more he tries to pump up his chest, the more it feels like it's just one player. And Electronic doing his best to try and find out how many reside on the other side of the smoke.
Hobbit starting in his
Quick,
own
Archer.
position here.
That's good info, right? It's at least telling there's one player on either side of the map. Now it's about converting this kill, and the pressure's
Yeah,
there.
that's-
Axel and Hobbit in combination, clamp shut on the A side. They open the door. The bomb now can be ushered in.
Brilliant play so far out of Cloud9's D side here.
Yeah, you're just cooling out Vitality, right? These stacks, they're trying to catch you off guard as Electronic will be traded, but information is great for him. That can funnel through. The rest of his team can understand the situation now to perfect those turns.
Ooh, pre-aimed that jump up. Still making a bit of a meal
He
of
has
this.
help.
6 bullets, and the help is there. Shiro will deal with all
За
3.
сайхан боллоо ажил явж.
So
Сайхан
the
болж
juice is
өнгөрлөө.
flowing. Cloud9 first pistol
much
conversion to
force
the
he was
3-0 start on their opponent's map pick.
And it was pretty cold for Cloud9 to start things off over there on map number 1. But as we got into the later stages, especially the second half, they were looking more like themselves. Axel was online, Shiro was having some multi-kill rounds. It was Hobbit who was actually probably having the weaker go of things. Perfecto was great in the clutch. Electronic, he had his moments. That Tech 9 round over towards B within the first half. So
За
if
баяраа.
Cloud9 are just slow starters, we might
Нөгөө
see a
талаас
whole
хоёр эсэмжтэй.
much better look here on Inferno. Already that is the case. Fast up Banana.
Тэд
Shiro
талаас бол
aggressive with the
маш
AK.
олон том
Banana
бодлоо.
control
Бүгд том
swiftly
бодлоо.
taken here. No dramas,
off.
and Apex has no idea, Alex. He's just going to walk into this. Barrel spotted and dead.
Харахгүй гүгөө
Simple
гаргасан.
as you like. Shiro, the entry
Ooh,
frag, and takes
big
down both on B.
Just moving with intention. Destruction of the defense. Deep smoke, what are you to do? Already it feels like Shiro has given them the opportunity to close clean.
That's round done. And he's the AWPer, not the
Oh,
entry
super
fragger, but hey,
hot.
that confidence, that difference that Electronic sees between him and a Simple. Maybe Shiro wants to lift that a whole extra level here. Axel goes down the other side of the server, but this will be a Vitality save, and 4-0. You're going to see a whole lot of this early on Inferno, everybody. It's the map where we
Энэ
love
хоёр
to
би
save.
нэг бүсэлж чаддаг. Ийм дөрв байна.
8-0. That's a strong start out of Shiro. And you know, you talk about unlocking potential. Shiro's already demonstrated his. I definitely concede that. But what if there's more?
Yeah,
You know, what
it's
if
the
there's more? If he
boy
could be
what's,
walking into sight, Apex has no idea what's going down.
See that right there, Apex had no idea that he was scaling up so quick there. You see him get caught off guard. I think he understands that that was his fault, that way that situation went, a little shake of the head. But when we covered off
Was
Vitality just the other day, they were doing a lot of 3-man B starts, but they weren't always aggressive banana control. You reflect over and you look at Cloud9, we only see them play this map once. It was with Buster, and it was against Gamer Legion, and they lost the map, but they had such a difficult time getting any banana control at all. They were essentially playing in the dark on the CT side the entire time. And maybe a reason why they've opted to start here on the T hub, where they can really get things rolling, they can set the tone of this round, and already it's great from Shiro as we've highlighted. But you think about the arduous task just for them to get to this arena. And it was against lesser opponents, 9, Monty, Gamer Legion. They all fell at the hands of an incomplete Cloud9. This is their biggest test. and in the biggest pressure moment.
And a debut of sorts. Of course, one map now down.
With these save guns all back in play here. A boost up and over.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Saw that one coming. Bowling from Apex.
Flash is going to come out here for Flames.
Oh, they're so blind. Shiro handed his first death. Flamesy
Flash'ın дээр гарчлаа.
will get that smoke down and should be able to get away here. The nade's coming for him. Left on 69.
Yeah, have to allow him to have this space. Nobody was close to flash through. There wasn't any util to hold him at bay there. They didn't worry about wasting mollies, so they've given up that room. Apex now can play the rotation, something they did very well on their CT side of Mirage, was reading the play. Apex did a great job of making sure there was multiple bodies ready for any Cloud9 hit. With an opening pick, 4v5 disadvantage for Cloud9. They still have enough nades to make this possible, but top mid has just been called clear. The rotation back over to B.
There's so much pressure now on Flames. Incredible scoreline first map. Clearly comfortable on the big stages, but is he comfortable on this B site? Helped, supported, and fragging. Can he get two? Flames he can! The bomb's on the floor! And Cloud9, this is the first time they've met resistance on Inferno. Flames holds on. They commit into just the one-man site. And he delays. Apex does finish the job as well. Team play from Vitality.
Yeah, that's the key. I know that Apex gets 2 kills on the way out the door there, but he set up the other 2 frags. That molly that he landed perfectly timed as they entered in towards the site gives you 2 options. Hopper was actually one of the first 2 players in, and he had a smoke for the extinguish, but he had to take the fight. That segregated the pack, so Apex, massive work from him. He facilitates the opener with the flash, setting up Flamesy, sets up Flamesy for more. Division of the fight. He can take these duels at his own liberty, and look at Apex's name in the assist, in the kill feed. The in-game leader doing an awful lot to get Vitality there first.
Yeah, 200 utility damage from Apex already. We are 5 rounds in.
Still money for this buy. Shiro not opting for the AWP here. Would have been available, would have been on the table as an exchange of smokes just littered in banana.
Just a tunnel of smoke, which Shiro seems to like the look of. Lingers within them, plays the fades, procedurally crawls, and half wall is now his with the flash. Confirms it. Top banana is theirs. Now this is a retake utility set out of Flamesy. Smoke molly combo. What's his go sign though? Could be too little too late here. Drops it now.
They're going to extinguish and go.
They're going. Charging in. Shiro, the first man on the scene, but it's Apex into electronic. Shiro, but he still gets the frag. Limitations to Cloud9 now. The flashes, the support, Vitality ripping Cloud9 apart. And Axar last. Late to the party. With 45 seconds, Vitality know that that second round is theirs.
Round changes here for Axar. Does he want to save it? Does he want to look at damage here? I'm sure he'd love a kill or 2 to come his way as we see him parking the bus right now. Plenty of sound cues on the other side of that wall, sure. Absolute worst case scenario for him would be going down after time. So with 20 seconds left, we return to how that all went down, and there was a decision made. That util you pointed out, they had to have the go signal. Cloud9 had everybody in banana. They didn't get top mid control. They didn't have anybody in boiler to deal with the lurk. There was no way back. You would have been rotating into the unknown. Right. So they had to commit to that. That was the decision, and I like the call. It feels like Shiro probably should have killed Flamesy over towards first oranges, but it was good flash work again. Apex, once more, setting up his young star, and he was flourishing to grab them now their second round. So this is a really good showing out of this B bomb site, because it's clear to me, Cloud9, I like what they saw in the demos. They want to test this new little setup between Apex and Flamesy over towards B. And here it is, that util set. So you see them coming in again. Already committed at this point. Coming out of the flash, Flamesy onto Shiro, and then following up even Zywoo there to support. And Shiro going to be feeling a little bit hard done by there, thinking he should get the better of Flamesy, but he's in a difficult role, right, being the B anchor. There is going to be a lot of pressure applied to him, and it's in scenarios where he has to sit and wait, which doesn't go with this kid's personality. He wants to keep moving. He's got ants in his pants, but they've plugged him in, and he's still so young that with his aim and his skill set and his mentality, he can become the next big thing.
You got it, man. You got it. Take your time. Round 7, map 2. And it's our first taste of the AWP on Zywoo. 3-2 division of Labour. A battle for banana. Rages on, just the one smoke this time. I say that as a second deployed deeper.
Манай тэгээ хэр удаа тесэх болсон гэдэг шүү дээ.
The barrage of flashbangs and incendiaries combine.
Oh, they called it off there.
Тэгэл
I
өөдгөл
think their smoke landed exactly where they were hoping for, either to obscure vision. So the early gambit from Cloud9 to try and contest with this banana control has been halted for now.
Serious intent.
Yeah, because he wants his team to take some space. There's inaction. They've lost banana. We need to put some pressure elsewhere on the map. If they're playing 3B, A is susceptible. Electronic knows this. He needs his players to whir into action. Now, even this is just sound cues. There's no full commitment, but you need to keep Vitality moving. And Electronic understands this. We're not playing sit and wait Counter-Strike. We need to bait out this util. We need to try and create a gap, create a mistake.
Just a minute remaining for them to find that bomb plant.
And the job has been done. Look at the darkness that Vitality now resides. They lost top mid control. They've given up banana. This is exactly what Electronic was looking for.
Will Flamesy and Apex be tested once more?
Look how good they are with the economy of util here. A couple of smokes, molly left, some flashes, and Flames a whole lot of
False flash дээр гараад
Through
дахиад
again,
аваа
Apex sets up
ичлээ.
Flames for success. He strafes around in time. Perfecto able to punish.
They had to commit, but they're
They
not
have
going.
to. They've thrown the smoke. What are you going to do? Push through the smoke and die?
But they're going into Spinks and Zywoo.
They haven't got the time. They have to just run out. The knives are out. And Spinks, Spanks, another onto Hobbit. And Vitality make mincemeat of Cloud9.
That's the flustered Cloud9. That's when things aren't going right. You see there, unable to get away with the hijinks towards top banana and then just trying to hightail it. It would have been a crazy play. You were hoping Vitality bite down on that B play, but not under pressure and no issues. The two of them have, wow, in 3 rounds now, had no dramas. 3 consecutive, just dealing them a dud hand, sending them away and letting Cloud9 know you're going to have to go and try that other site. Manage Spinks and Zywoo, they're going to be your next test.
Just taking a look at that scoreboard as well. A couple of absent Ps. Axel 1, Electronic the same, Hobbit the same. 3 of them with 3 frags combined. As we head into our 8th round.
Flames has been great using him as this forward piece, hasn't he? I understand how sharp this kid is, and if you're facilitating him with great util, they try and be again.
Yeah, well, they're pissed. They are pissed off. This is just the opposite of the round prior. Take that space. It's yours already. None of this 50 seconds to get your banana control. It is theirs, already established. And now that darkness you've been discussing. Present for Vitality. They have no idea what resides around that corner. Flames to throw a reactions flash. The smoke thrown out now.
Electronic.
Hoping to catch a Coffin's player. Nobody home.
So quiet across the map here. Apex is going to start getting a little bit suspicious of this, but he's probably asking the question, are they really going to test the B bomb site yet again?
That's what Zywoo was waiting for. It's Shiro down, their highest flyer. Flames keep fragging. He's so low, the nade will do the damage. Incendiary well placed. Hobbit beats it. Flames can't tame that spray, and Hobbit's given him a bit of hope, a bit of space, a bit of room to work with. Those smokes are up. Need to get that bomb, and Hobbit, he's retrieved it, and we'll be getting it down, considering a push. Oh, that's a lot of damage. There's an incendiary as well. Hobbit just gets away in time, but Spinks is quick to it, and now Perfecto's in trouble. The incendiary forces him wide as he actually connects the shot. Magis responds, and Axile, what are you supposed to do? Smokes, kits, and there's 2 of them. And he's only got the Deagle. Apex finds him, another for Team Vitality. They respond to Cloud9's 4 with 4 of their own, all tied up now.
Some keys in these rounds just have to be the opening picks, right? The fact that they're able to get the first kill every time they try and attack that B bomb site. Cheers indeed.
But
I was just reflecting on what went down on map number 1 between the 2 of these teams here, and you look at the first kills. Bit of a sore thumb, I think. Vitality had no issues in map number 1, just throwing out 18 first kills. I read this, I'm just like, is this right? It was to the 9 of Cloud9. The clutches went in the favor of Cloud9 for that to be a 16-11 game. So right now, if you're Electronic, you really want to make sure that if you are giving up the opener, it's immediately traded, or you're able to grab some space off that information on the other side of the map. Because that's the difference maker here for Vitality. It's making it a whole lot easier for them to be able to defend.
Incredibly deep banana smoke
Look at all this A pressure
Yeah,
here.
they've got a lot of action here on Magisk, and oh, he's been spotted out, but a very snappy adjustment. Info off the drop-off, he's doing an awful lot. But exposed to Axel, claws him back into it. Spinks to be tested. He has ZywOo in support, and Axel handed his ass. Big one from Spinks. No trade available. And Shiro down 2.
That's what you got to avoid. You can't be getting multi-killed in that fashion.
Yeah,
And
but
Vitality more than ready for this
fight.
fight. They've gone B 4 rounds. We've denied them every single time. Of course they're going to try something over towards the other side of the map. And this is where you still have to deal with the likes of Spinks, Magic, and ZywOo's AWP to finish things off. Vitality are taking control of this. Denying the plan again.
And it's a team effort. You know, exactly the same as map 1, Chad. It was ridiculous how close that scoreline was across the board. Every member of Vitality contributing heavily to their victory. It's not the ZywOo show, 1v9, as the forums may indicate and suggest.
This is the thing, this Vitality roster, it packs a punch, right? This isn't just a team flashing for
Yeah,
ZywOo anymore. Maybe that was the last time they were in the grand final here in the Lanxess, but this is a team that has some monsters through and through.
Definitely the team to beat, and a very different kettle of fish from what Cloud9 have played so far with Buster to get them to the playoffs. And Axel's arrived just in time. But will we see a resilient Cloud9?
This is the gap. Spinks acknowledging it short. This flash isn't going to do an awful lot.
Magisk, he's got Spinks as well. Up and over. Nice one from Spinks. They're into the A site, but Spinks still has his head on a swivel. Still considering. Perfecto gets away, spots out ZywOo. Big one back with the Tech 9.
Bomb's going down here. Axel has a power position, deploys a smoke here. Obscured for 20 seconds now towards that arch side. ZywOo flames in combination. Apex puffing up his chest, making some noise. But look at the nades here for the retake. They can take their time and talk this through.
We've got so many nades, so much equipment. And the opposite could be said for Cloud9, but they have Axel in that position. They can't find him. Time still rotting off of that clock. Shiro postured with the Deagle. Now Axel comes online, and it's up to Apex, but no time. With the little guns, Cloud9 convert. A necessary round. Reignites some hope in this T side after a real run from this defense.
That's this time around, though, that Cloud9 are starting to make a name for themselves, even when they had Buster in the team, right? This is back when they were playing throughout the group stage. There was a couple of these rounds where they had these lighter purchases and they were able to pull off some bullshit just like that. And that's exactly what you need here. So the fact that they're able to get out, I said this was the gap, sure. One of the problems was all 3 players acknowledged the leak. Both Magisk and Spinks looking towards apartments and pit. ZywOo left mid as well, and that's how exchanges went down top mid to hurt Vitality. Once you have the pit space, once you have that site control, you saw the crossfire that they established. 1 graveyard, 1 headshot, 1 site. A little trifecta of doom, and they played off of each other. They get lured in, Shiro takes that first fight, everybody activates. Perfect team play there from Cloud9 in the post plant. And around to give us a little bit of excitement here in this match. Still plenty of money for Vitality to get another buyback out here. They've even got cash for a residual. Lost bonus into the next is going to be at that 1900 mark. For Cloud9, even if they lose this one, with 2900 coming through, we should see them in the remit of just another buy. Especially considering they're happy to wield Tech 9s and Mac 10s and still get it done. It doesn't have to be the AKs for this unit.
Yeah, did on Mirage as well, you're right. Certainly a bit of a character trait. Ooh, losing a lot of health to that banana util. Nade looks good as well as Shiro, a shadow of his former self in this round.
And this is what we saw from Vitality earlier in the tournament. They were happy to posture 3 players towards the top of B, not for the banana control, just to stand and wait and hope that you'd execute into this blue wall.
Ooh, there's something brewing on the long side. Spinks is on the jiggle. Axel, that robotic aim looking to come online. He's tagged up Spinks. Reaction is heavy on the util, but Axel, he's found a gap.
A massive gap, and it's being accounted for now. ZywOo having to come over to try and plug this. Did he spot him?
Nope.
He's in the win now.
They'll consider it.
But it's just softened up the B-bomb side.
Most definitely, it's forced ZywOo off. Flame's going to be tested again on the jiggle, gets away. Molly forces some decision-making, some quick decisions to be made, and ZywOo's gone and cleared him. The awareness of the woo. And with 40
That's
seconds,
the
it seems Vitality are looking for answers. Zywoo will flash Apex through. It's perfect, but Perfecto doesn't need to see to frag. Electronic down to Zywoo again. Lobs for the rifle. Flames, he can't get anything done as Shiro catches.
Fast flank.
It's going to be a problem. Will they consider it? The bomb can't be disrupted. It's down. Shiro could be down as well. But up and over. Hobbit, elevated position, leaves with just 2 HP. A 2-on-2. Up for debate, now just up to Perfecto, and Zywoo quick on the draw. 3 in that round, finishes it with the AK, but those first 2 on that AWP. And Cloud9 getting into the site this time. This clear from Zywoo. I mean, you said he's in the wind, right? Zywoo didn't like that. He did not like that at all.
They were piecing it together. If Axel was alive for an extra 2 or 3 seconds in that moment, Zywoo was not contributing over towards B. Right? He can't get that second kill. So they were. You could see them in Banana. They were just trying to work out, like, who's got the smoke? We need a CT smoke. Let's go. Right? They were trying to work it out. It just took them a little bit too much lag there for Cloud9 to get in position to go. But as you mentioned, they get in the side, they get the bomb down, they get themselves another buy. And Electronic happy to wield the MAC-10 yet again here. Looks like a half-wall Banana smoke to be lobbed out here to deny that vision.
Ooh, yeah, and Magisk.
Aggression.
Throwing some aggression into the mix. I'm not sure Axel's ready for this. Oh, yes, he is! Beheads Magisk. Down middle for a nice gift of an opening frag. What's the setup here? Flames, just in the open. The whole team in front of him. Electronic is first victim, a dink. It's not enough, but maybe Apex gets overlooked. Never mind, the flash is brilliant. And Spinks is on A, they know it. You take down Axel, that's fine. A little revenge from Magisk, but nothing here for Spinks.
Got a bit of a game on our hands here. Some back and forth in the last few. Spinks are trying to retain this for Mr. Zywoo. The money starting to wane now. So plenty of cash for Zywoo particularly, but the rest are lighter on, so some drops will be required here. But Axel, yeah, just catches a glimpse. You see the hand over the eye. Magisk costs something there. They brute force their way into be a great reaction, and yeah, you definitely see multiple members doing the flashbang dance in this one.
Well, that's a sign of a good T round, right? 2 of those frags, most important ones. Coming with supporting util. Nice to preserve the AWP. Something to celebrate as, yeah, a tied game.
Electronic still on the bottom of that scoreboard here, only 2 kills to his name, but he's the one who's having to get a bit more focus, right? This was a conversation with star players and then taking this role of an in-game leader. It's going to take a whole lot more mental power to have that focus on being able to control the macro, being able to micromanage your players when necessary, to make calls against a team who have what it takes to win a major, right? This is the difference. You're now against the big boys. You're not against the Game Allegiance, the Monties anymore, right? This is the upper echelons. This is the top tier. Right now, there's a debate in Counter-Strike. Who's number 1? Is it Vitality? Is it Heroic?
How quickly could Cloud9 join that conversation?
A win here today would definitely set them on that path. Axel.
Well, this is a tough crossfire to break. This is...
You need to do it together, right? Hobbit and Axel need to pick in unison here.
They don't. Zywoo will profit. Electronic comes a knock in and
they found the gap
out of there. Zywoo's got another. 2 so far from the Frenchman. And posted up for more. They are slipping through into CT, but Apex and Flamesy are ahead of the curve, are well aware of what's going on. These angles, so hard to clear. As Apex, most down 2, make it 3, Vitality. They are so in tune. Their communication is flowing. Everyone singing from the same hymn sheet in this cathedral.
Yeah, that's key right there, and you can see it. With their reactions, there's no real gaps, right? That environment right there, they understood the situations. Over with the 2 kills, the information flowing, and able to lock things down. And once you're in CT spawn, if you're Cloud9 and you have nobody across the rest of the map, you see they're boxed in. Where are you meant to go? You have to fight your way out of that. So the decision that was made based off the double app setup turned out to be their coffin as Cloud9. Anything left here in the chamber for the first half of play.
Oh, his pace on that, a quick extinguish. It implies a push. But a boost leads to the death of Apex. Flamesy perhaps to be overlooked. Look at the nades in the sky. He's supposed to be locked in behind him. But he gets away. Has a glance. Flash is good. Cloud9 feels like they've got infinite flashbangs in some of these rounds. Whittled down now to just 3. Make it 2 as another pops in mid.
Ер нь хойноос тоглоод байгаа юм байна.
Taiwo, he's actually going forward. He's investigating. He's
Гараад
pushing
ирсэн.
the limits. And it costs him his life. Electronic hyper-aware, only his third frag, but it means an awful lot if this translates into another round. Doing it the hard way now.
Байгаад ах юм.
Two-man advantage.
Чимээгүй ээж байгаа секунд тусаад ирэхэд наарга гарах юм болов. Нэг флашн дээр л гарах гэж байна.
The last of their util to get him into the site. A smoke and a Molotov from Flames. Hard to disrespect that, but they give it a go. Extinguish, flash, push, and they're in. But Spinks has been overlooked. The trigger discipline can't tumble. And the Shiro need to secure it. What can Magisk do? Nothing. But save as a 7th is in the bag for Cloud9 now.
But they had everybody there, right? Magisk got there just in time. This is so threatening. Even though there's the man advantage, they execute in towards that site. There's some trade. That smoke on the extinguish, it helped them to actually get past Spinks' line of sight there, but he still had a deeper angle. Hobbit with the trade, integral. If there's a double up from Spinks there, Magisk gets another one through the smoke, that round is on.
And it takes a seriously cool head if you're Spinks to hold your nerve and hold your spray while you go for that multi-kill. Hobbit may have saved them.
Well, Magisk, he might lose everything here. Axel very diligent on this hunt. Spots a leg, or did he? Well, Magisk sees him and gets to hold on to this AK unless Shiro has something to say. Pinned in towards the graveyard, down towards the pit, and on his bike, son, see you later, Shiro.
Lovely shot.
Cool, that's an important little save there for Magisk, because money is tight. Money is real tight for Vitality for round 15, but the same to be said for Cloud9. They really wanted to remove that, but at what cost? They gave up an awful lot of their economy by going for that. 2 deaths while trying to just hunt 1 rifle.
Has that guy got a stat track hat? I'm pretty sure that hat was stat track in beers. I'm impressed. Big round.
Oof, they've overbought here. There was a Galil on the floor in spawn, and we're lacking on Utah for Cloud9. So a little bit discombobulated in the buy there within freeze time, but they've still got something that is pretty tidy to work with.
Yeah, limited though. Couple of flashbangs. We were just talking about how it felt like they had a ton of them. Not this time.
No kit here for Vitality if we do find ourselves in a post plant. Pressure's going to be on for round 15, and well, this is how Cloud9 started the half.
Front sight smoke.
Stitless нэг off.
A lot of communication here. Audible.
За, сработс гэдээс авсан.
And they're going straight in. Flattened one. It's Electronic with a double up. Flames alone on the side, but he stands strong for the one. They're into the site, the bomb to be planted safe. Hobbit responsible. Perfecto in support, and Exile for that finishing touch on the flank. It's the final round, no reason not to go.
Last round.
That flank could be perfect to seal the deal. And Hobbit's got the dream angle, and the headshot to boot. Zyru in the 1v3, not anymore, and they leave with 8. A lead for Cloud9 in a must-win map if they want to keep that semi-final dream alive in the Lanxess.
So энэ нөхөрл их юм хийж байна да. тулсан маань тэр Heroic-ийг 2-0-тай гараад ирсэн бол тээ. Йоо. Шоогулж юм.
What is your calling?
Practically inseparable at the half. 8 to boast for Cloud9 on a must-win map. Inferno, the battleground for this second map of our quarterfinal, live and direct from the Lanxess Arena of Cologne.
And now the stakes starting to look a whole lot hotter here. Cloud9 are here to play. We've got a match, and we're about to get the second half underway. Cloud9 looking to pick up both pistols.
It's a key indicator, of course. Vitality taking both on our first and boasting a map lead.
Wide swing, making sure that if there's any biff on mid, they were more than ready for this. That allows them to waltz up middle.
This is the pointy end of Vitality's Karambit. The Zywoo armored P250, perfect in these long-range engagements up against those USPs. Occupying the site is the lion's share of Cloud9's roster. Shiro gets a faceful of info. Will Electronic pop out of his hidey hole in time? Zywoo, his victim, but it does adjust. The Frenchman good for the first. Axel, though, in that pit, trying to pull Cloud9 back into the pistol. Flames on the side, bomb now down. They're close, though, and Axel's still going to be overlooked as Zywoo's taking everyone else. Come on, Axel's hit another head. And now Flames is in trouble. Just 7 HP. Can Axel do more? Perfecto helps, and Flamesy's quaking in his boots as Cloud9 take the pistol. Even Groove happy with that one.
Axel showing us he's made for the big stage here. That is a huge pistol. Not only did they have the stack that got blown over, he was under so much pressure here. Set up to thrive. 2 kills come in. Electronic and Hobbit down. The third piece of this puzzle kept on peppering away. Massive stuff for Axel. This is the man we were happy to see step into Cologne. And so are Cloud9. They've got themselves a 2-round lead now, and this is great work if they want to see over past that third. If they want to take Inferno away from Vitality, a team undefeated on this very map since the addition of Flamesy.
Undefeated on this map since the addition of Flamesy. All right then. How's that? Second round, Shiro on the Zoom dagger.
And that's one person, as I mentioned, very happy to have Axel here. Those kills, that defuse, that equals an AWP, and that equals a difference maker here. That's not a possibility for Vitality. Sure, some AKs and some Galils, but are you ready for this?
No, they are not. Zywoo, his victim. The AWP now known. Flamesy doesn't seem deterred. He still wants to try and kick up a fuss over here.
Might be a flash and go. Flamesy loves this type of stuff.
It's called for it. He gets it, but can he get in? Perfecto in support, perfect in combination. Now the AWP is there as well. Added to the mix. And the flavor, way too spicy for Vitality.
There might be a way in here. There might be an opportunity for Spinks right now. It is a 2-on-5 situation, but they are knocking on the door of the weaker side. Spinks has got a bit of a gap here. If Apex can brute force his way in, and Spinks can find a kill on the rotation, information flowing now. Spinks has an awful lot of it. This is a free kill.
This is a free kill, and it could be a free start. Axal's dead. Electronic now realizes he's got a lot to do. And the rotation cut off by Spinks' position. He has to clear the side as well. Oh, no, Apex! It's got into the bomb site, hits the Deagle. Now the bomb is down in Cloud9. What they thought was a guarantee, no longer. Smoked off, rifles recovered. Apex and Spinks putting their heads together to do what no one saw coming.
And I don't see a kid anywhere.
This could be a problem. They threw the AWP in. Don't forget, Shiro had the AWP. They've thrown it to Perfecto. They don't want to lose it, even
Bomb's
in the
already
worst
halfway
case.
gone. You got to get a
Found
move
His
on.
angle. He's taken another.
They're going to save.
They have to. Apex nails
Yeah,
it. This is a vitality round out of nowhere. Just the two of them against the world. Spinks and Apex come up clutch.
What a gap. What an absolute gap. I'm saying it. I wasn't believing it. Sure, he's able to get the way undetected in towards CT spawn. A free kill, just the crowd. The rumblings. Axel knew something was up, but Spinks and Apex make the difference.
I really thought Electronic would have won there with the MP9. But Apex, this shot, bang!
Oh, the Deagle to the belly.
Oh, and they close it out with style. That AWP comes back to haunt them. You're sitting there wishing you had another rifle.
And Shiro sees it all falling apart. That is daylight robbery here in Electronic. He's not going to be liking how this one went down. You've got to calm it down now.
Your horses. The AWP was preserved, and Shiro no slouch. He hits Magisk through the floor. Down to 44.
But so much pressure available here. It is this AWP. Sure, it's made note, but this position, if they're able to waterfall out, if they're able to exploit this gap, Shiro can only take one shot at a time. He has Axel here to help. But what's he meant to do with just the pistol? Ooh.
Yeah.
This reposition changes the dialogue here. That's smoke. Over halfway gone. This is coming, and so is the rotation. Hobbit, will he make it in time?
Cloud9, they seem aware. They're thinking about the rock, paper, scissors. If Vitality consider it, so do Cloud9, and Axal's in the prime position to punish. Out they jump, a headshot provided, and Axal's got two! Shiro's there as well! Heroics from Cloud9 as Vitality wanting, empty-handed up against this cobbled together force by back. And you thought Vitality had it in the bag. Cloud9 disagrees. Perfect in response.
And that's how you feel the last round was meant to go. A 2-on-5 against you this time with what you're able to bring on here. A worse fight, a worse purchase, and all five staying alive. A couple of AKs for good measure. So statements being made from both of these teams as we stand and bang, falling off the balcony. Axel steps up with that 5-7, does exactly what he has to do, and now those nerves, they can simmer back in. You're going to contest it again, and Apex, he's the one looking frustrated now. How deflated, how dejected are Vitality. Maybe take a bit of a French tactical timeout here. Take your time, have a breather, have a chat. You're in no rush. Allow Cloud9 to use this U-tilt. It's starting to heat up here. Those are the blows that you're looking for these teams to throw at each other. The multi-kill potential in the server here today is through the bloody roof. And you have to put yourself in the position of Vitality. Sure, they have the group stage map of this to watch. They are learning on the job just like the rest of us. Imposing presence here. Smoking a flash and a go. Here it is.
Perfected incendiary, well placed, and Electronics bullets the same.
He's on his own now.
ZywOo though, he's already taken down one, and with Apex's help, they have got access. Weapons recovered now. Threatening presence. And that smoke really screws the pooch for Shiro's progress. Fading in towards the mid side though. Repositioning for the smoke and go. Flash is high. 3 versus 3, back into B. Kit present. Apex dead. Executed by Hobbit, and Magisk in the open. It has to be ZywOo. One left. Ouch! From ZywOo, no less.
4 in the round, and he sits them down. Back and forth we go again. Let's keep going. Buy again, Cloud9. What do you got now?
They're just taking it in turns. Trading blows, trading rounds. Watch ZywOo go. The headshot to Shiro, a stunning set of kills. And Apex going to be happy with that one.
And you say Shiro, ZywOo and Shiro locking horns as far as the frags are concerned here. 17 apiece for the two of them, heavy hitters. Out to play here today. Shiro absent, or somewhat, in the first half of map number 1. But Cloud9, it took them a while to warm into things, but they're here to play now. The question on this CT side, you've gone back and forth, you had the pistol, you lost the force fight, you win one back of your own, you lose again. How deep does this rabbit hole go? And the Laxas likes this, finally. A bit of love for the Counter-Strike in the server.
But absolutely nothing to be said about this one, right, Chad? Just a Desert Eagle. Just a $700 pistol up against everything Vitality. Desire. Zaiwu continues where he left off in that previous round. Wielding that AK into another. Axal's Deagle is good for the one, but short-lived success. As this bonus comes through, I say bonus, what am I talking about? This is all they could cobble together after the trade of blows.
Well, I guess it's a bonus for what they were able to earn themselves here, right? The fact that their individuals were able to step up. Entering into that site just previously, Electronic did a good job of getting a couple of kills. Zaiwu gets 4 frags with the 1-on-3 situation. They've had to fight very hard for this. This has been through individuals, right? Popping off in necessary moments, but also good macro, good calling from the likes of Apex. He's been reading this game as Shiro. About to be found. Flamesy finishes him off, and we're all tied up here. 10-10 down the home stretch. He took this save for a reason. Cloud9 with the discussion of what the buy was going to look like here coming into round 21. Well, we can see there's some omissions as far as the firepower department is concerned. The kid has come back to haunt them once before. They won't make that problem again. Zaiwu continuing to rain down pain. Arms himself a couple of ecos. Now let's get back into the guns. Shiro's AWP will put to task Shiro and Axel to lock down this A site as the other 3 look for some space towards Banana here.
Zaiwu, he's moving. He's moving with pace. And it's nothing but bullets and nades. 2 to the good from Cloud9 off of the rip. And that B defense passes their first test of round 21. There's more to come, it seems.
I like this. I like the stubbornness. If they execute right now, the 3-man B start, your third player is going to be rotating, cheating back. You're expecting the reaction to be towards A. Electronic's low here. If they just trade into the site, they can win another round.
And they're off. They're not going to respect that smoke. No way. No way. They're through. Across. Electronic at the back of the site. How deep of a clear does Flamesy go? Oh, he's down. What was a 3v5, now 3 versus 4. Bomb down. Spinks to be tested perhaps next. Coming in from either side. Spinks, he actually brings the fight to them, turns the flash as well. He's ready for more, but Hobbit good for it on the FAMAS. What can Flamesy deliver here? No, ooh, fakes the shot, holds the spray, caught by Hobbit. Apex, an impossible 1v3. They got smokes, they got kits, and they smoke him off. But should be nothing for the Frenchman here. 1, 2, if he could just aim the spray, they defuse under his nose. A valiant attempt, all things considered, but Cloud9 lead with an 11.
That's so much damage right there from Apex. He's going to be disappointed in himself. He probably feels like he could have won that round right there. Could have put Vitality up to 11, could have put Cloud9 down to financial squalor yet again. But the damage he did was massive. The AWP, not retained, not brought back in. That means the CT setup, the CT complexion will have to be different. Again, both teams somewhat touch and go in the finances. Spinks gets a kill in Banana. He kills Axel and Hobbit. That's the kit. That's the kit stuck on the other side of the map.
Wow, didn't catch that wallbang from Hobbit. We saw it from Flames' perspective, but it was a lovely wallbang to trade. It did secure Cloud9 the lead.
Now, tell me who won the last round. Look at this buy, Cloud9. The walking wounded in that department here. MP9s are plenty. It's just 2 rifles to boot, Shiro and Axel. The 2 to lock down A. This is not an easy round, and Vitality know there's blood in the water. Banana control completely theirs, all 5 with enough util to overrun this site.
Smoke sails through the sky.
It'll be a fast flank again.
Certainly. Vector and Electronic. The 2 new names.
Hobbit's coming. Will he make it in time?
Vector relocates, hoping
Coming
to jump out of the smoke, and yeah, Flames has opened up the account match. It's good for 1, Hobbit though another. And now the site is theirs. Vitality successful. They lead with a man advantage. Do you even have a look?
No, you don't. The finances are the biggest problem for Cloud9 right now. With a game that starts with the forced by wars and the back and forth nature, you're not able to establish an economy. And this is always going to plague the CT. If the T's can keep getting in, keep getting that bomb down, and keep you just a few players, they've got you right where you want you. Right? You can't move. You don't have the full weapons. You don't have the full guns. There's no way you could have normal setups. You see the desperation there. Hubba understanding the only way that we can make these MP9s work is if we are in the thick of the smoke. All three of them trying to just be that nuisance. But it's not enough here as Vitality will bounce back yet again, and we continue this rally of rounds. Sure, Vitality managed 2 on the trot, but this has really been a back and forth half of Counter-Strike here.
From an 8-7 half, and now we find ourselves 11-11.
You should see Vitality extend this lead, potentially up to 12 or 13 rounds here. It will all come down to the choice that Cloud9 make right now. Into the next round of play, they only have 1,900 loss.
11-11, make a wish. It's up for debate, though. Still uncertain as to whether or not we require our third map to separate these two teams in our quarterfinal. Overpass. With Vitality removing Anubis, Overpass was left, and a third timeout burnt by Cloud9. Groove on the mic, Zonic the same.
I'm just taking a look at the finances here. Perfecto could try and bring out an M4. It depends on if he has big M4 or little M4. He could drop it if he has big M4, and then someone else could buy armor. They could wield at least 3. That would be better than the previous round. They could take a save now behind this, try and get the most out of these two guns. You don't really have a buy into the next. That's the problem. Electronic only has 1,500 now. Plus 1,900, he's still not going to have himself a rifle. It would have to be SMGs again, and we already saw how flat that fell. So they have to get a lot out of these guns, and they really have to save them as well. An interesting little look on the boost there, available to try and make the most out of these M4s. And Axel's posted on towards the other side of the map here as Vitality are in absolutely no rush. They're aware that guns were saved. They're aware of the potential that these two players have. It's now just about being diligent with your util, making sure you can take this map control, and then when the information is relayed, reacting as a unit. They just started to rotate away here. Perfecto will block for now, but that's just an annoyance. It's only going to buy them about 20 seconds of time, so both teams with a real preference here in today's map on the T side. Happy. Hold up a second. Changing call here. Smoked off for Shiro now. Will he need a boost or a reposition? Perfecto. Tagged on B. Still time to go back if you're Vitality, but they're set on A right now. Alex, they're going into Axel's domain. Shiro's starting to cheat. And so is Axel.
Oh, they're losing their potency.
This round's over.
The round's over. They've overlooked the potential for this waterfall out of the apartments, but Hobbit gets answers and damage. Perhaps Axel can finish the job. He does through the smoke. Only a USP. What's he supposed to do? Nothing. And now Axel's dead too.
And they don't save both rifles. That to me felt like a necessity in this round. Remember, only 1,900 coming into the bank balance in the next. They took this option. They went for the save. They went for the lighter investment. They didn't buy behind the retained weapons. And right now, I'm questioning how the remainder of this half looks for them. They really buy into the next, considering the state of the nation. It's going to be touch and go.
I'll tell you what's not, though, is Apex's individual form.
And this is it. Like, this isn't the same guy we saw during the group stage. He, honestly, in certain situations, he had players dead to rights. His crossover was in the perfect place. He just pulled the trigger too late, or he wasn't paying attention. He was too busy controlling the macro. Today, this is it. He knows his focus is there. This is somebody who has been in the grand final stage of the Lanxess before. And when you play so many games of Counter-Strike, when you know what the tippy top feels like, when you know what it feels like to lift that major trophy, takes a lot to get you out of the bed in the morning to be dropping 17 frags here against the monster Cloud9. He is doing a great job here, Dan Mattisclair, the in-game leader. What an arc he has been on an individual form. From entry fragger to in-game leader.
Nice for those dudes to show up, arriving today on their UAP.
I've been hearing an awful lot of that from the government recently, so good to see it's true. They took an eco last, and they've gone for an eco again.
거의 덩치 있어.
This is interesting. Magic's been having a tough time, and
거의 덩치
now he's been
있어.
met by Shiro. The trade from
That's
Apex
덩치.
would do everything,
Nice.
but Shiro, he needs to go. He's dead. Surely Zywoo clears him.
Wait, Hobbit, undetected. Undetected. Flames has already gone past. Spinks won't clear this.
Surely not.
I don't think so.
There is grounds. A conversation to be had.
아, 허유승이 넣어서 살았다.
Both left on 20.
허유승 안 되고
With just 23 points of health and Perfecto, does he give it a look?
He should. They're buying into the next. As mentioned in the previous, they took a bit of a save. This, they only had a light investment again. They were saving for a rainy day, and that's going to be round number 25. Perfecto, great in the clutch. His biggest issue is lack of kit. If he was 5 seconds ahead of this, a real attempt, damage most likely here.
Yeah, his time is greatest adversary. Nothing to be done. Now the bomb will blow. You want to do damage. I think the bomb radius on Inferno might be set for it, but they are scarpering. You find that safe exit route.
I know the score right now with a 2-round gap, it feels very strong for Vitality, but Cloud9 by, well, I don't want to say their own hand. By the flow of the start of the game, found themselves in a very difficult position financially. We talk about the economy an awful lot, but it really, for the last two, it tied their hands behind their back. They had choices. We could go for a force buy, which would mean the next gun round we have doesn't have all the bells and whistles. They save for the rainy day, which is round 25. Now they have the AWP, now they have the U2, and even a kit in play. If there is any fight in Cloud9 left here in this quarterfinal, we need to see it now. This will be one of their last attempts here.
Let's see it. Game plan. Oh, and Shiro's giving it up. Misses chance, and Electronic's gone too. Oh, they're moving. They're shaking their way to that semi-final now. Cloud9, they need a hero. And it might just be Perfecto. A clean one onto Flamesy, but that was not the names in the feed on the way in. As Magisk, his next victim too. May still not be enough. As Apex and Zywoo have taken B. Hobbit ahead of this, and Zywoo's been caught out. Hold on. Hold on, a 2-on-2 emerges. With it all to play for, using his util. We talked about Apex. He's playing a strong individual game. That spray. Damage onto Axel. I love this move out of Hobbit. There's no way Apex is ready for this. There's no way! He's ready for Apex! Is the Apex Predator in this quarterfinal.
Look at that, Apex knows what this means. Individually, round after round, his impact is being felt here on Inferno. And that might just be enough here to shatter the hopes and dreams of Cloud9 fans around the world. 9 times he has attended this event. Just once in 2019 did he see that final. Team Vitality returning to it now in 23 and trying to go the distance. And look at this from Cloud9. What an odd-looking purchase here to defend their honor against round 15. It's not the all-in, but it's still got something to be admired. Axel and Hobbit, you're being tested immediately. Zywoo, 26 kills, a quiet 26 from Zywoo. Sure, he had a big clutch on that B site, but all in all, it's talking about the team vitality, not the players. Because we're impressed with what we've seen here today. This is the form of a squad who wants to make that run for the trophy. And doing so with Flamesy. Making a change after winning the major. And still looking good for it. He's on through that long molly, so there's lots of pressure here. Yeah, they do flash, they're aware of the possibility. The trajectory may give up Axel's position. Yeah, Flames is staring right at him. One between the eyes, Hobbit in the open, pops the head of Flamesy, and Zywoo, hold on. That bomb retrieval hinges on this fight, and Shiro's giving it up. The AWP's gone. Bomb still in the open, Perfecto strafes out, Zywoo's ready for everything. Finally, Electronic gives Cloud9 something to hold on to, something tangible. With Spinks and Magisk left, and look at this. Hobbit. Last seen short side, Magisk to investigate. Now he's found him! Oh, and Hobbit gets a second! With the sidearm, finds and earns himself an upgrade, and Cloud9 looking to steal this round away. The loss of that bomb is haunting them. And with 20 seconds left, the elevated position, Electronic and Hobbit combine for a must-win round. Both of these teams here today want an absolute miracle rounds. Rounds where it is not favored whatsoever. And that's another one. Huge impact from Hobbit there. The fact that he was cognizant enough to realize there was time for Magic to go all the way around the world. This is where it got wild. It was like blood offerings to Zywoo. I know he's the god of the game right now, but offering him body after body, it felt broken. It felt like Cloud9 didn't understand the situation. But they've got enough to keep themselves in it here. They haven't conceded round 15 to Vitality just yet, and that was a lighter investment. And they make that happen. Let's see now that the guns are back out.
2 раундын зөрүүтэй. Cloud9 одоо 4 раунд авч яаж хожно. Гайхалтай. Ингээд илүү чимээгүй гараад
Vitality in pursuit.
It's going to happen quickly here. Going to be an explosion on towards A.
And Shiro got caught out before. Legs up Apex. Look at the damage dealt by Axile. Hobbit contributes as well. And Shiro looking at the reaggress. Magisk, he's ready for it, but Shiro pulls the trigger first. A 2-man advantage, looking to close that gap, make this a 1-round game. The new addition. And the deity. Molly forces Shiro into some uncomfortable angles. Flames looking to exploit. Oh, and Shiro's missed his shot. Whoa! Mama! Hits it with a USP. Should be fine now. Should be fine now. Only got 12 bullets in that AK. He's got 3 up against him. Sure, you've got 40 seconds, but Cloud9 not looking to fumble this. Now Shiro's legs have betrayed him on the jiggle. Zywoo piecing together their positions, but he's overlooked Electronic. Now he gets the info on 2. Perfecto, unknown. Shiro spotted out, potential swing, and that's what we wanted to see. A 1-round game, folks. It's going the distance. Regulation. The full 30 required.
And I'm in awe of this right now. Some of the decisions as far as the buys have gone. Both of these teams are aware of the animals that they have, that they can unleash. Right. Looking at the cash, I'm about to say Vitality are broken. We're going to see an eco, 24 loss bonus into the next. Well, sure, that's all true. But Zywoo has purchased straight into an AK-47 here. And this is a bit of a classic. Zywoo with an AK, looking to win yourself round number 15. Let's see how much damage he can really apply here. Cloud9 have had some slip-ups. They lost a 2v5 situation to Apex and Spinks earlier in this half, and I'm sure that's still rattling around inside of their head, especially when you turn your attention into a round like this, a round where they can level the playing field. Cloud9 feels like they've been playing behind for both of these maps. Sure, they won the half 8-7. This team is having to do it the hard way. A blender available top mid here, a decent setup from Cloud9 to deal with this.
Makes sense to have Hobbit. First contact with that MP9. Bait. Flames. And Zywoo gets nothing as well. Apex at least recovers the AK, but that bomb now in enemy territory. And a clean conversion out of Cloud9 seems imminent. He has some Kevlar, but he has no head. Magic the exception to stop the clean round, but that Deagle does nothing more. 14 apiece. I see those Cloud9 jerseys. There's a lot of people eagerly anticipating to see this debut of the full 5. When that news broke, I'm sure Counter-Strike, and especially attendees of the Lancest, got a little more excited.
Look, the playoff was already stacked, and everybody knew the asterisks around the roster with the Buster situation. He did a good job stepping in, wasn't informed, was not informed whatsoever. They didn't even practice with him, but the news coming through that Axile could make it, I didn't believe it at all. Right here, just 1 round away as they're going to barrel down mid. It's knocking.
There's so much at stake, and they bring the fight to them, jumping into shreds them! What is this from Cloud9? Sheer aggression in the face of Vitality. And Axile, he got the memo as well, but that means that it's all on Shiro here on A. Sliver gap. Shoulder spotted, Apex baits it. And mid now is theirs.
But it's these two.
Oh,
last time round they found the perfect gap. This time, Apex has a plant for free. Little does he know it, but liberties have been given.
Axile's still alive. You think Pip? You think Pip? Axile's still alive. He's a team score.
They're in now. They need to get this bomb down. Shiro posted up in the
that's
line.
the bomb. Oh, what is that? The smoke just plumes and Shiro slaps Apex with an AWP shot. Bomb retrieved.
Эд
What
үедээ
can
манай
Spence do?
Silk гэж боддог байсан да тий. Silk
They're coming for him. 3 different avenues of assault. Spinks overwhelmed,
Wasn't just a
overcome.
wasn't just a
15 on the
Ямар
board
гоё
first.
бэ.
Game faces on. And I cannot quite believe the call.
Энэ залуу
Perfecto
Широо
says
гэж
I'm running it mid.
And that's the attitude you want to see with new look Cloud9. A team that are more than happy to take it to you. They know they have heavy hitters in the server. This aggression, we saw it earlier in the piece. Shiro got away with it once. Well, Perfecto, he gets away with it again, and here's that shot. Just a flick of the wrist. And that's Apex in the bin, the plant. Fantastic work from Spinks there. If we're going to highlight the details for Vitality, the fact they even get that bomb down, they wouldn't have a buy that resembles this whatsoever. So something to take us to potentially overtime here. Will Cloud9 pick up Inferno? Vitality's map choice. A map they're undefeated on with the addition of Flamesy. 4 scalps, including G2. A team who are straight through to the semi-final here.
You said the playoffs are stacked. And it starts with this quarter-final. Cloud9 have come to play. Can they do what no one has done before?
Pretty good read here to start off proceedings. Third piece of this puzzle and one of the heavier hitters.
Yeah, Shiro's sharp, but so is the Wu. He's coming in first. Final round of regulation. Can they force overtime? Or will Cloud9 start this reverse sweep off by taking their opponent's pick? Util sails through. Significant chip damage unconfirmed. Shiro hasn't moved a muscle. Has Electronics gone? What is that? Shiro pulls the trigger. He finds the trade. Flamesy's low. Perfecto cowering in the smoke, trying to pepper them as they're pushing in. Bodies on the site. The smokes will fade. And the lights in Perfecto's eyes. Snuffed out. Spinks pushed up. Finds one. Oh, and another onto Shiro. It puts it all onto Axel. Spinks is ready. And Axel the first. This would be quite the clutch. From the late arrival. His first official game in the Cloud9 colors. And it's for all the marbles to take us to that third map. He's got pace on him. He's got 2 to find. This French duo looking to force overtime, and the clock is against him now. They're playing it perfectly. Info, damage, Zywu down. He needs them both. No time! Is there time? He doesn't think so. He doesn't think so. Overtime it is. We need more of Inferno.
Oh, you see the speed wobbles at the end there, the shaky aim. He's got him lined up, the clock at that moment ticking away, but Spinks the difference maker.
Woof.
On the front foot, takes the fight, flatlines 2 and practically secures the round. It was in vain here for Axel. But we play on. 12,500 MR3, first to 19.
You see Vitality's Inferno is pretty hard to put away.
Well, this is where things get crazy. This is where we start to get outside the box.
Right.
And it's already been a game that has delivered in buckets and spades.
Moving and a shaking. Flames, he's just going. Off of the flashbang. A single flashbang, and now Flames is knocking on Axel's door. It's Zywu in the feed first. From the apartment, Spinks builds upon it. Wrapping into the site. His only Hobbit here, trying to kick up as much of a fast mollies a plenty. Found by Apex. And Info, an Electronic, a railgun in his hands, that M4.
It's a 2-on-2 if they're going to move on here.
Yeah.
Magic is around the world. This very late lurk, it's not going to be considered. It's not going to be considered at all.
He could be the round winner. Magisk boy became Magisk man.
Now they're saving here. He might get everything. He might take it all away. That's Electronic for free, running with that AWP in his hands, and now Perfecto. Are you getting out of here? Magisk says no. He looks aware for this. It's one man to find the bomb. This is going to be 16 now for Vitality. Pressing the issue here. Spinks and Zywu also coming in. They want to remove everything. And they might be able to get away with it. Perfecto. Noted now. Zywu just around the corner. Bomb going to go off. Half HP. And is there a fight? Nobody wants to take the jewel. Magisk will find him. And it's somewhat important here. If you're on the CT side, and you have an AWPer and now you lose this next round and you're not dropping him an AWP, he might not have enough money in the next. Right? Just as a question depending on if they save, how many players stay alive, how many kills come through, but it does start to get a bit spotty. So Electronic running away in overtime, you're thinking, why isn't he going for it? Well, you can understand why it was the prize possession. Now, that's a little bit of a tough word. As we get back underway into a tough round. Axel with the all.
Yeah, all to play for.
За мод руу 2 нэт байхгүй.
Intention off the rip. Set up that Zywoo warp. Now Zywoo whipping out the T side AWP. It's not always a guarantee.
I like the direct calling from Vitality here. The previous with Flamesy making that space, it allowed them to come up short. It allowed them to take that fight with the AWP. And again, together, this pack roll.
Yeah, Flames has been holding his own. Happy to be the first man in. Again, comes in. Off the back of the flash. Great connection from Hobbit without any vision of his opponent through that smoke. Perfecto can maybe be Molotov'd out. Apex gets away. Oh, that's the end of it for Spinks. Axel, a re-aggression. Now he can just tuck in, presses his ear to the wall. They hit the walkie. Zywoo misses his shot, and it's set for a Cloud9 response. Just a single shot out of the Shiro. Oh, and we are back. Level pegging.
You can see the understanding of how Vitality want to approach these rounds in overtime. Both have been contacts with flashes. It's not giving them away with mollies. It's not using the smokes before they execute into the sites. It's subverting the expectation. It's walking up and exploding in their face and hoping that the setup is not ready. It worked in the first, not so much in the second. There was a third body responding to the potential of a B hit here.
And they really were looking to set Zywoo up for an opening there, and understandably, considering his success rate. He's participated in 9, successful in 7 of those opening engagements, but Cloud9 averted that completely. But if that one doesn't work, your last round on this T side, what's the call, Apex?
Well, this is the same CT setup that we just saw to start the previous round. So they're happy to run this again. They don't want to give any presence through the apartments with the way they were exploited previously. But the same conversation can be had for Vitality. Similar paces in Banana here, but this time Cloud9 have more of a forward stance. The boost available for Electronic, Perfecto on the jiggle, Hobbit in slow.
Lots of nades in the sky. It was actually a stack nade towards the coffins. And you can see a nice resource for these defenders if it's required.
Yeah, who's going to pick it up right now? Because
good question.
There's a player on the boost, so he cannot grab that U2. I guess it's after the fact. It's a good info play, facilitated by this early setup. Spinks has been spotted in the duel one. That's the lurk spotted now.
Big frag from Spinks.
You still think it's going to be B?
Well, if Axel had the confidence to be pushing like that, it implies his body's on B. Seconds. Advantage Vitality. The lead at the half of this OT. Electronic, he's been waiting for that. Gets it. Bomb now on the floor. We need more. Magis provides. It's up to Electronic. Oh, and more from Electronic. 3 so far. And up to Shiro in the clutch. Fast on this. Spinks not looking. Heard him now. Heard him now. Not going to clear it. Eats the flash. Shiro fully blind. And 17 on the board. Advantage Vitality, we swap sides.
Electronic did an awful lot there, didn't he? Just needed some contributions from his teammates. They noted him towards the boost, but he's still able to produce multiple frags. But Vitality now, just moments away here from picking this one up. Cloud9, they return to the T side. This is where they opted to start here.
Morale is high. I mean, that is a luxury afforded to you when you're a map up and it gets this intense. For Cloud9, this is stressful. This is hellish. And they will use their last timeout now. A sinking feeling. Knowing this is his last 30 seconds on the mic groove. Takes every second he can. As his microphone's muted and now he can do nothing but watch. Will Cloud9 take us the distance like this? Do you want to see a third map?
Flamesy almost left spawn without a util there. I thought you were about to get something real in your face, but the last second buy on the way out the door. Things are still looking normal as Shiro. He did a great job in that first half with the rifle. He didn't even opt for the AWP. He was aggressive banana, vying for that control.
За эндээс ингээ урагшлаа.
Just straight out the gate,
Much
they're taking a
better
risk.
sound.
Flash forward, Spinks to facilitate
Sounds
this.
so-
Hobbit should have heard some footsteps here over the sound of the
Sixty.
flames.
Speak of flames, he's quite forward on this, jumping for info, and Shiro spotted him out. Stagnades achieved nothing. Unscathed. Cloud9 start to fly their flag at the top of banana.
So they have this banana control, now it's top mid. But Cyber's gonna peek.
Cyber wants to disrupt this, and it's Hobbit caught out. Orped by the Woo. Magis, though, it's going to be awkward to get out of this one. Electronic knows where you are. Tagged. He's jumping in the smoke.
Араас нь smoke-д дундаас урагшлаа.
Cyber prevails. Cloud9 running out of players. Someone has to be the difference maker. Flames in a power position. Clear this one, I dare you.
Ваа, бэгс хилчлээ Shiro.
Hey! Shiro says, let's go. He gets them both. A forward position as well.
He's got a gap.
Zaiwu can work with that. Flashes on bad.
За, болоо Shiro.
We said they need a hero. And it is no doubt Shiro. 30 frags and counting. A triple. Despite Zaiwu's damage on mid.
And are they the ones looking for the save right now? They trundle down mid. They're getting themselves some AK, sure, but they're not going to give this one a look in. And we've had some of these crazy rounds throughout this map. 3v5s, 2v5s, insane. Though a dud hand top mid, Zaiwu, again, understands the situation. If you're going to look at any map that's, you know, color by Counter-Strike, you get banana control. Now that we want top mid, I'll play ahead of their youth kill. It's going to be a long smoke. It's going to be a short molly. Maybe there's a flash, but I'm one step ahead. Shiro now up to 30 frags. You're seeing these two absolute titans locking horns here.
That sequence out of Shiro.
With the rifle, right? With the rifle. This is the thing. He's no slouch. I know we see him on the AWP more often than not, but with the rifle, this kid is an absolute monster. This is Zaiwu just finding Electronic for free. Shiro steps in, bang, Apex dead, ready for the boost. And even with the flash, with the pre-fire on that, beautiful work from Shiro.
He's an AWPer himself. If he's putting himself in the shoes of the Zaiwu, where are you going to be? Puts a couple of speculative shots in.
Miss Molly, they're going to be fast on banana here. There's a gap.
Electronic wants to punish, but Zaiwu's there again, Hobbit. Handed his arse by Zaiwu's. Oh, and Flames! He gets away with that one. 9 HP.
And Shiro again, another 3v5. Can he do it once more?
Overlook Spink's position. Vitality now with a 3-man advantage. There's nothing for the remaining two. Magis makes it so. Catches Axel walking up boiler. Bomb lost. Teammates gone. And Perfecto helpless in the clutch. A 1 versus 5. Sure, known for his clutching prowess. But too tall an order, I think, here in the Lanxess. They'll remain diligent. A slip up, a fumble could haunt them. Smoke comes through. So this means Vitality will be the first to secure 18. Putting Cloud9 on the chopping block. This quarterfinal certainly has delivered. Vitality tested. And this Inferno, this undefeated Inferno since the addition of Flames.
Just trying to think what Perfecto's trying to buy them here. Essentially time to have a conversation. Right in there in that moment, it could have been a chat about what's going to follow through into this next round of play. He had nothing there. He didn't opt for any kills until the last moments. So his attempt in the round, negligible. But it's more about what we find here. And this is how Zaiwu runs that open, right? There was a gap. They missed the molly. There was space for them to charge up banana, and Zaiwu still is able to pull that off.
But in back-to-back overtime rounds, we're talking smoke spams and wall bangs. Every trick in the book, 35 frags and counting.
And they still don't want to put an AWP of their own out to try and cage him, to try and lock the lines. Shiro really wants to use this AK, has more than enough money. And this is it. Potentially the final round. is looking more deliberate towards A. They're keeping Banana busy. They want to send Perfecto forward for some space. He has a little bit. Flames is worried. Apex is coming back here towards Logs. He might catch him on the jump. So Flames will be spotted now. Information going both ways.
Magis gets info. Ooh, and a frag finishes off what he started earlier onto Axile.
Cloud9 struggling these 4v5s.
They are in jeopardy. Last time I said that, Shiro came up with a triple and looked like a laser beam with the AK.
They're ahead. Vitality are ahead. They have all the advantages in the world here. Not just the number advantage, but the info flowing their way. This is their round to win.
Flames flashed off for confirmation of the boost. At least two. At least two. 50 seconds. Smokes are out. What's the call? They've completely vacated the rest of the map. It has to be B. And they're on their way. Electronic chips away. Up and over. Flames. Spinks another. Vitality remain undefeated. The semi-finals locked in to make a change after lifting the major trophy, and it's working wonderfully. Flamesy, he holds his own on the big stage.
The spotlight needs to be on the kid today. Stepping on to a big stage, replacing a 5-time major winner and getting it done. Looking like an absolute monster. What they needed from him, entering, taking space, finding those openers in Apex, the puppet master of it all. A great performance here from the in-game leader. A great showing from Vitality to get this done 2-0 against the absolute monster that this Cloud9 roster may become. But this is their first showing, Axile's first taste. The team on the big stage here. Today it wasn't enough, but they pushed Vitality to the limit on Inferno.
They absolutely did, and I can't help but feel that the form we saw on that first map just wasn't quite them. OJ seems ready, and Flamesy is with him.
We certainly are. You came, you saw, you conquered. I mean, this is your first time on this stage at Cologne. Talk me through it.
Well, it's amazing. I didn't expect the energy to be so good. Before the game, Apex said to me, it's probably the best arena in all CSGO. I can see why. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
But for you yourself, you know, in front of this many people, up here, under this pressure, I mean, you were cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we work a lot with our psychologist, and he gave me some...
За манайхан орсон тоглолч штэ.
Мөн билүү. Гонч одоо удлаа жакет өмссөн байж гадуур нь.
Хүү. Йоо. Фух твчээдэг штэ. Шалаар л нэг хар хуцтай хүмүүс. Бурхан минь. Өрөвдмөр юм бэ энийг харсч өрөвчл. Читгэлээд юу болоод байна. Яг юу хийгээд байгааг ойлгохгүй ч төгсөр хандаарлаа. Юу сандаа вэ?
Цэкүүч эсрэг ганг болсон. Одоо тэгээд их л токсик байлаа дээ. Чөтөр бол. За лайк тарж байгаа залуучуудаа маш их баярлалаа. YouTube-ийг 200-аар өгсөн байна. YouTube 200 болгоё. Амиго юу атсан бэ? Яа дарцсан бэ? Одоо тийм бит болчихлоо. Эсвэл зүгээр нөгөө хідэн зас нь хаа юм гэдгийг тавьчих та.
Зүгээр овоолч идэг үстэй энд.
Сонг одоо өнөөдөр уг нь оронл гисэн тэгээд
Энэ ингээд таартай нэг хоёр байгаа юм сонсогдоод байгаа. Нөгөө өрөөнд байж штэ. What the fuck?
энэ мань дүүк тостой уцамссан.
Айл гэнг гэдгүү үлчээ мэдгүй Lost MC гэдэг гэнг л юм шиг шүү дээ. Өчигдөржингөө Lost MC гэдэг ийм хувцастай нөхдүүдийн нэгдэж чи энэ тэмдгүү аваач шидээл хоол олстой бүр. Гаж үслээ хангаж ирсэн шүү дээ эднэр тэр чигээр.
Өөрсдийнхөө хүмүүс үү?
Дугаараад нөө эсвэл говьдос дугаараад нөө олныг дугаараад.
Маа энэ сонсдоо. Энэ өнөө дээр
Төөги орж ирэхгүй бах уу цаат чинь нэгсээс орохгүй гэсэн.
Ёо.
Тагнаа өтөрчтэй өөрөө мөнгө л хөвчээд байлаа.
Өчигдөр манахаас нэг унцун над бикэ хаалта. Стац гэрээ ойгоос устдах юм. Тэгээд нэ. Гар нар юу том юм сонсоо. Унцын чиг гэдэг. Мартарай.
Миний унаасаа ийм чинь.
Манер зоёг босгосон юм уу?
Хөөе, зоёг босгосон юм.
Бикку авч явсан шүү дээ.
Бикку станц талах уу?
Сашаах нэг уугаалаар гэдэг.
Наа Саша ч зодог тайлсан гэсэн шүү дээ.
Атуу тоох нөө. Сайн бүгдэг хүмүүсээ турсан санаад ихэлсэн байж таг.
Энэ Амиго гэж нэг бүтлгүй юмнаас хамгийн болж байгаа. Хүснээж альтруу
Саша атуухоо ар дээр атуу тоох байна. Ар дээр тулах уу?
Салуулж авч ганцаараа буудуулаа. Вагасаас орж ирсэн залуучуудтай нэг уулзъя гэж бодсон байхгүй юу? Цомрыг нэг чигтлээд. Тэгвэл одоо ингээд энэ манайх уу танайх уу гэдэг ингээд бөө юм болчихлоо шээ. YouTube билүүрхдэг болчаа гэж. Харин дог нь миний Facebook чинь followers нэр их штэ. Яг 20,000 followers штэ. YouTube-д ч бас. Чанартай байна шүү. Манай Facebook гэдэг бодвол
За би зүүдлээ шүү. За.
Надаа буудаж болохгүй юм байна така.
Бааш. Би сая гэрээс 15 ингийн армаар 5 шийдгийг армаар.
Тэгтээ мэдээлэл өрөвдөж байна.
бүгд бас болцсон юм байна да.
Надаа юу юм бэ? Ингийн сум орохгүй зүгээр цагдаагийн сум орсон.
Ой, ваа.
Зүүдлээ шүү.
Dexter өөр тийш орсоо. Энэ нэдтэй цуг явж байгаа. Lost руу орсон байх.
Эмот шиг чивдэт бах юм.
Яаж зүүдлэж юм?
YouTube-с үзэхээр гоё байдаг байхгүй. Харин тэгсэн. It's me share-ээсэнд баярлалаа хонгор маань. Facebook 700 үгүй дээ. Facebook 1080 байх шүү дээ. За би хараатай да. Эцээч 780 700 байхгүй шүү дээ.
YouTube бол чанартай шүү. YouTube-ээр үзсэн, Facebook-ээр үзсэн ялгаатай. Facebook жоох тиймэрхүү. Ямар ч тэгээд нэг дэмжиж байгаа тийм байхгүй бичлэг хийгээд.
Facebook-ийг
лайк аваад share хийгээл үзэх хандлт нь л олон болно гэхээс биш. YouTube-ийг үзэхгүй л дээ. YouTube шиг платформ хаана ах вэ? Хүүрээ
чи 2 ган хийлчээд байгаа байхгүй юу?
Йоо.
YouTube шин заахыг торонхоо харуулад итгэв.
Хэдэг дагаж RDR руу.
Тэгэд шанаас зарим нь ойлгохгүй
сайн бодохгүй.
Facebook, YouTube дээр давхар явж байгаа, комментууд нь давхар харагдаж байгаа. Өчтөр манай Facebook-ид юу хаана ямар коммент уншаад байгаа юм бэ гэж. YouTube-ийн комментиг давхар уншаад явж байгаа шүү.
Өөрний жин сэтгэл.
YouTube, Facebook хоёулаа л 1080 байгаа. Гэхдээ яг хуу YouTube нэг давуу тал нь
харин
зургатан дээр үзэж болно
тийм энэ харалтаа.
Яг гэхдээ уг нь смарт
шалаар өчтөр бас шалаар
Facebook-ийн видеог гэсэн зураг руу уг нь шидэлээд гэн. Гэхдээ яг хуу YouTube дараа нь сэвлэхдээ 1080-аар сэвлэгддэг нь л ер нь их давуу тал юм уу да. Барахгүй дээ биш амар замбраагүй байгаад байгаа байхгүй юу. Одоо энэ вагосын эдийг л нэг босч авч чаад нэг учрыг нь болохгүй бол.
Гэт
вагос харалтаа. Сопранос уг нь одоо тэгэл манад л болохгүй л байна л та.
Тэгэл нэг Рей Зой
сорын байгаа юм. Митк байгаа л
Марс Цеку
орж шидэд.
Тэгээ одоо хэм бэлээ нэг алтарт нэг хэм бэлээ.
Яг юм уцтайгаа бүгдээрээ байсан бол ч одоо би бас аян гай маягддгийг бол хаахгүй шүү дээ.
Сонирм байгаа хэрэг. Эдгээр тэгээд ийм тэгэхээр жоохон хөвгтөө. Хаам хэлсэн тийм байх юм л та. Тэгэхэд ялч болсон, ялгдаж болсон.
Өчигдөр баахан мөнхрөө тэгээд
ялчаад тэгээд гоё. За окей, ингээд салч хийхгүй. Токсик л байдаг л та. Хэлж зөхөд гажслаа гэж байна. Харин тийм ээ.
Цагдаа мессенжтэй аа. Секуга.
Пипараба.
Зайн ч юу ударж байгаа юм байна да. Манкинто яага орж байгаарай авчих та. Замраагүй болж гэнэ үү? Яг үннийг хэлэхэд. Оо, манай Facebook 120 болцсон аа. Жүүси минь хөрхи яхав тэгээд угаасаа. Байлт чадахгүй шүү дээ хөрхи. Энэ дагнаа өвтөр л хөр. Мөнгөний шалаар л байдаг бол. Сар өөрөө байхгүй. Лифтээ орсон бол станц орж ирмээрээ.
Эндээс нэг нь гараад явчихлаа.
Амакет ороод ирлээ. Эфидер комп ч гэсэн 24 бан авааш. Яагаад бан авчиж байгаа вэ? Цэк үстэй жирмэ санаж байгаа. Forest 2-оос яг үндэ би үтцээ. Амар утгартайс. За манай Facebook-ийг лайк 2 зүргэн шүү.
Түр юм.
Оо. За манай найз нэг орж ирэх гээл ах шиг байна да. Facebook-ийн стрим шеэрлсэн байна.
Асуу. Альтими энэ тоглоомчийн хоосон янз янзын буу зэвсэг одоо нөгөө иймэрхүү токсик харилцаа тэгээ
орж ирмээр байна. Боосоо.
Янз янзын юм аллах хэлхтэй болохоор насны залттай хэлсэн байхгүй. Тэгээд нэг юм гээд нэг 16-аас юм 18-аас дээш зааж ихгүй бол
Нэг нь бол гараад.
бас болохгүй. Энэ тоглоомч өөр 18 наснаас дээш гэдэг бол насан турш юм тогсно гэж нэг тийм байдаг. Манад тэгээд бас хөл өршлөг хамаагүй л жоохон хөтөлбөрт ороод ирсэн тоглож байгаа юм шиг. Одоо тэр оёгоо идэр одоо хиттэй баг 11 12 талах.
Нэг тийм ингээд барихад ямар авраг учдаг юм.
Би яа дармаар гана да. 15 сум юм байгаа шүү дээ. Арай акам.
Арин дотроо.
Тэжсэн бэрөө тэрэг өвдөн гэдэг шиг.
Чек урагч гэдэг юм. Тэгээд аль дээр л гарсан шүү дээ. Аль дээр. Миний хараад идсэн ком ягаад танд орчдоггүй яарчгүй юм гарч ирж штэ. Тэ баг 30 байгаа хаа. YouTube 1080 бол гал. Юун дуума тавьчих. Донот байгаа. Юу явах вэ? Саундгүй байгаад тах ямар ч томлоо. Түшэлтэй би ч тоо.
Айгууч бүр 13 таац гэдэг юм. Би жоох хөгт шүү дээ.
Дуунаа тааж байгаа тэгч. Гараад ор юм ч та. Сонг одоо өнөөдөр орж ирсэн доо. Манай төчтэй худалч болж тээ. Критогоос ялгаагүй 1080 гал. FP ялгаагүй 1080 гал. Анахач. Энэ донет алерт нэр идэхтэй гарахгүй нөө. Гарч ийн үү?
Тиктийн үсгчгээ гэдэг юм. Яац юм. Л жоо орхоо үздэг та.
Дуу муу гарах хэрэгтэй байсан ч. Fuck гэж.
Streamlabs.
Яа бурхан минь заавчлаар байна. За энийг тавьчих дөө. Эндхтэй бас айгу төвхтэй. Донатны энэ юу.
Бас нэг жоох ухраага үздэг юм. Зүгээр гүч хатсан.
Адилхан ууц шаац явж яддаг үст. Йоо.
Аль чи тэснэ.
Энд чи зогсож юм. Яа, ямар хэл зогсож байна. Хайхан шүү дээ.
Зондэр хинг үүжсэн бэ сая.
Ясраа мэмчих.
Хоорондоо байлаад байгаа юм шүү.
Биш нараа манайх унаад чинь.
Муудаа унаад. Хоорондоо байлаад байгаа юм яг яагаад вэ?
Айхуу болсон шат явж яддаг үст. Йоо. Хамгийн гол нь нөгөө өчтөр төвшөө нэг баахан ваагасаас хүм авсан. Нөгөө хэдийг нь хараад танихгүй болохоор би удаасаа хар гончт болохоор манай хүн гэл утчихлаа л тоо. Орно гэсэн. Саноо.
Гарч ороод энэ аа үгүй шүү. Болоо. Өмсөлтэй гээ. Амар гоё махтай магтаад иж байгаа чи. Танаа хүмүүс чинь тэгээд гарч орохгүй айтайхан байгаа болоод байгаа зү.
Комментэр хэрэлдээд байдаг ч тиймэр хамгийн.
Яа.
Тэр нэг амар юу чивс таад сэтэ битэр адилхан 200 тавьсан шүү дээ. Тэгмөөтэй өнгийн улаан болгоол гараал тавьсан чи яг тийм адилхан улаан өнгөт болгоц орж ирэл бууж байгаа.
Facebook хийх давалгаалъя.
Тэр стримийг үзсэн таад. Тэр мөр бол гал байгаа шүү дээ.
Донетны юу байхгүй нэр ингэсэн. Яагаад? Цэкүч ер нь нэг иймэрхүү болцсон шүү дээ. Өөртөө яа даруулна. Маахан түр байж зэ төвчээртэй. Арт цэкүү ер нь ийм охин байгааг юм дээ. Яагаад юм балаа болчихсон гэж.
Чамаа гэлчихэд гүлэг.
Гацар байна.
Хэрний хараа бэ нөө.
YouTube-ийн гал байна штэ. Лайк нь 229. 171 үлээ байж штэ манай YouTube-ийн. Яа. Оо дууг нь хаагаа ицсэн юм штэ. Fuck. За донет алертыг 10 секунд гаргадаг болголоо. Дуутай болголоо. Яа.
Гарч ирээд энэ сакуна багтаад байна.
Энэ дуу хэлсэн юм байна. Ямар ядрах гэдэг. Зүгээр байлаа та.
Facebook гэхдээ гал гаргуул гаргана штэ. Өө манайхан чи 184 л болчлаа YouTube.
Дуугаа
Калиста үрт мөх шүү. Жэл бро. Мөх тэнгэртэй баярлаа. 12345 төгрөг явуулсан байна. Калиста forever шүү дээ угаасаа. Кёши. аав маав нь хий юм бэ? Манкентэй өөлөө. Сааша өөлөө. Сааша штэ. Цэкүг живүүлвэл 20k. Жавхлан төгсдөө баярлаа. Өнөөдрийн топ 10-ыг илгээсэн байна. Калиста үрдмөд шүүжээл бро. Баярлаа.
Сити машин авалчаад уулзалгүй гарцсан байдیں۔
YouTube-ыг барахгүй штэ.
Италийн самурайч. Ямар нэрээр орж ирж байлаа.
Хоорондоо сайхан бифлээд аа. Кираши одоо нэг Калистагаас хөөгцсөн гэсэн штэ. Тэгтээ мэдхгүй босс буцаж авахыг одоо тэгээ босс л мэднэ дээ. Яши CS:GO цолоо гарах уу? Хожоод гардггүй. Завган байртаа донет хийсэнд баярлаа. Ингэт юм аа. 10 удаа хожих хэрэгтэй байдаг байхгүй юу? Тэгвэл өдөрт хожих лимит нь 2 байдаг юм. Чи өдөрт 2 хожоод 5 өдөр дараалаад өдөрт газ 2 хожчих юм бол 10 хожоод цолчин гарч ирнэ. Тэгээд өдөрт хязгааргүй тоглоно. Хэдэж тоглосон болно. Орхон таймер лайк follow хийсэн байна. Баярлалаа. Гоё штэ. Манайх халаад байгаа юм биш үү? Орж ирээд алалдаа энэ ахчийн твтчихэн солиот юм уу? Орох юм ахаг уцаад байгаа юм бэ. Тушаал. Яг орж ирж бүгдийг нь ал. Угаасаа Вагас дээр байна. Энэ бол мета биш. Ягаад гэвэл чи ороод станц руу ороход бүгд хаана өнөхөд Вагас гэж хэлдэг учраас. Хай орхон тамира. Энэ King нөө Батуулт follow хийсэн байна пэйж дээр баярлаа. Callisto Forever өргөлдөө баярлаа. Угаасаа Callisto Forever энэ нотыг байх байранд нь тавина. Ойрд орж ирээгүй бас юун дээр манайхан дээр чинь Вагусынхан нэг дээр сая л замбраагийн болсон үнэ.
Яй цочлоо ш төө. Мандын гаргаад ичвчихлээ.
Нэг өдөрт 10 хожвол нэг өдөрт 10 хожиж болохгүй угаасаа. Чи 2 хожвол дахиж комп дарах боломжгүй болчихдээ угаасаа.
За завна.
Уу баяра. Сити орж ирсэн л явж байгаа шиг байна штэ. Сая Сити ороод ирж гин мэрч гин гэл юм яриад тах шиг байсан да.
Хавдуур шакураас.
Унаал явах юм нэ. Өө тийм ээ уучлаарай.
Байл.
Сонгиномоо ор хурд. Тэгш юролттой баярлаа. Бүгдийг нь алаад өгөө гэж. Маш их баярлаа манайхаа. Тэнэт хэлгэж хагаад. Ямар ч манайхан бол иржил байгаа юм шиг байна. Эдний хүмүүс нь унж байгаа сурагт дуултлаа. Удахгүй өснө гинэ Facebook. Манай Facebook гэдэг чинь тэгээд манай YouTube идэх үнэн ч юм аа.
Гайс гоц сая унахсан гоц байсан юм ч дээ.
YouTube-д юу яадаг бах те? Утас ч юм уу эсвэл нэг өөр юм дээр тавьж агаад уцаараа Facebook мөг үзээ байждаг бах л те. Баг хөвтдөг стрим юм шүү.
Ансурс
гэж та манайхаа.
Ансурсан нөгөө PUBG тоглодог ансурс хэлээд байна уу?
Камбэк хийштэй. Арай Facebook нь үнш юм байна. Манай Facebook-ийн чиг амар нэг ингэснэ. Буцаад ингээд гар явчихсан. Үлж бас мэднэ л дээ. Яг хаа гэхдээ манай Facebook-д гоё шеэр хийдэг нь гоё. Нэсэлч нэсгүй. Гэ угаасаа би молиг өмгөхгүй штэ номилон. Хэн одоо юу гэж тийм штэ. Миний дайснуудтай нийлцэж явж байгаа одоо дүүнэр ч байна уу, хинч байна уу, хүндэлдэг ч байна уу, хүндэлдэггүй ч байна уу үг ирсэн штэ. Юу гэжтэй байнга л үзэн штэ. Nice. Comeback харуулна заа. Та нарын гоё төвчээртэй байж байгаа. Comeback харуулна. Хевтэд байхаар гарч байгаа байхгүй. Бас тийм байгаа. Гэхдээ хевтэйг үед ч гэсэн гарчдээ ш. Тэгэж. Facebook үнс үздэг юм байна шүү. Уг надад баярлаа. Буцаагаад бүгдгээс нь өшөө авнаа. Хевтэл байх нь хараад байна. Дэлгүүн баярлалаа лайк тарсанд. Facebook зүгээр гүйлгэж гараад явчихсан юм шиг гинэ. Тасарчихсан юм аа. Хард. Facebook өндөр 5 өдөр болохоор яалч гэж болтчлаа. Хэр удаа хөвтөж чинь. За 20 30 минут хөвтлээ. Дармаарг байна. Над би одоо 15 сумтай. Тэгээд манайх үзэл байхгүй. Тэгээд манай босс ороод ирсэн юм тэгээд энд ороод байгаа.
Үгүй бороо. Эний чинь заавалч тэгж
жанр манай нэггүй л хөтөө ороод өгнө.
Заавал тэгж ингэн гэхгүй нэг юм дээрээс
хөтөө нэг юм бодцсон л явж байгаа. Сопраноос тусамж болж байгаа хаа. Facebook YouTube хоёулангийн стартап тоглоом
залууч гоё дижитал манай одоо ролплей хийж байгаа залуучууд ямар нэгэн тийм метаген гэдэг юм.
Гэтэ нэрээ өчигдөржингөө өнөөдөржингөө хөвтөж
гоё тоглолдог бол тэгэхээр гоё
шар гацгаад.
Тэгэхгүй ингээ яг стримтэй явж байгаа үед бол өндөө
за донет хийсэн баярлаа. Шалаар явах юм.
Гэж өндөө байхгүй
шүү. Тийм юм аа шүү. Окей.
Яг ингээ байлдах гээл тийм 30 нөгөө за намайг чинь чата тоглодог байх чинь 20-од за 30-аад л үнцдэг гэсэн. Яг идэв үстэй. Тэг яг байлдах 30 ингээ 70 80 болоо сарч байгаа чи. Тэг онцгой байхгүй
шээ. Би хүмүүсээ дагуулад орох уу 20-25 хүн байна гэж. Ямар хүмүүс үлээ?
За сайн байцгаана уу?
Сайн уу гэлээ. Титэн хий ороод шууд хувцааслаад нам гүм нэгсэг байгээгүй лөө. Тийм би сонсоогүй шүү дээ. Манай ах ядраад газ хөвтчихдээ. Чинзах чат коммент гоё уншдаг болохоор нэх гоё татсан санагдаж шүү. Үзээл байж байгаа. Гоё ах шүү. Мэдүүч гоё шүү. Шүний үүрээ эдэн цагч байсан тэгээ модераторыг сууж тайх нь бас баярлалтай шүү дүүд.
За эсчүүдийн тоглолт юм аа. Окей.
Цаа чи стрим хийхгүй юм шиг байна. Миний стримийг ширэлцсэн байх юм. Минийхээс л өөрийгөө үзэж байгаа юм шиг. За мөнх тэнгэртэй баярлаа. Цуг байхгүй ч үргэж хамт шүү. Калисто баярлаа бро. Хевтгэн тодорхой юм чи 100 м байгаа авч ялт ий дарахад хэлээ. Наача бол өнөө шүү. Би бол ер нь би 2-3 сум өгчгөө гэсэн. Тэгэл 15 сум өгчлөө шүү дээ. Би. Би зурган дээр таны стримийг падаар сэтэх стрим үздэг. Уцаараа вип явахдаг. Яа, амар шүү дээ. Бүгдийг наалны ч байх оо. Байна. CS:GO тоглолч чинь ютубер үздэг шүү гэж тэлмэн баярлаа. Envis-ийг би одоо танихгүй л дээ. Буудлыг нэг ч харж байгаагүй. 15 сумнаас гадна миний НАК амар хэцүү байна. Дарахад хайран байна. Тоногтойхгүй фул тоногт. Удахгүй наад тот чинь бууж ариг чинь даах уу болно шүү дээ. Манайх мата гэнэ үү? Мата гэдэг ч үлээ. Хусчин копи гэд амархан штэ. Жохон мета хүн авах уу? Мета хүн иргүй. Анхны 8 версийн нэг штэ топ хийсэн бэ. Яна топ нь яасан юм лээ. Би юу юм гинөө? Чи бол миний бас дүү. Битээ юм авчаа хэвтгэс хааш. Бүгдийг алаа штэ. Одоо босоол бол ална. Би байдгүй юм байл. Номлондоо бас баярлалгаа миний дүүч бас. Үй. Шавшилтч. Буу муугаар яатай зүгээр хутагтай явжээ гэж. За манайхан л 90 бололтой байна шүү. Битүү шавшилтж штэ энэ ч. Үнсээ даах яа гэж. За үнсээ. Hi bro, Mr. White.
За одоо нэг гаднаас нөгөө сон
Би ч өөр нэгэд өгөхөөр
зөөгдөж орж ирсэн харж.
унтчихдгийн. Та мөд босхгүй л гэж. За ойлголоо. Стэ авч тэр жоохон тэр эдгээ стрим хийхгүй байгаа хаа. Маргааш хэд босчих واخа. Пан олж аваа, пан шидээл явж байхгүй. Чичрүүлдэг байсан да. Тэгээ удахгүй манайхан зэ. Одоо ийм байгаа байхгүй юу? Дөнгөж өчигдөр энэ хотод бид нар буулаа. Хинэн хаана ямар хувцастай хүмүүс хаана юу игээд яваад байгааг бид нар одоо л нэг ойлгож эхэлж байна. Чи энэ хот бидний гарснаас хойш бүр 360 тэл 720 иргэсэн байна. Танаа бамбраа мэдсэн бамбраа мэдхгүй нөө. За яаж чагаар яасан гэсэн байсан нэг CS:GO муу гэдэг юм явчихлаа.
Дэлхийд тэгээд энэ одоо хин юм бол.
Ахаа одоо нэг CS:GO-ийн тэмцээн болох гэж байгаа юм. Каст байхгүй. Та каст хийж тус олооч ээ л гэж. Үн төлбөргүй юу? Үнгүй каст хийгээд үг гэж гуйж байгаа юм лөө яаж байгаа юм л. Go cast явахгүй юм. Go cast Монгол багуудаа л каст хийсэн дээр.
Шитага татаа бороо жоохон хэрүүл тэмцэл үзээ л та.
Стрим төв байхгүй. Энэ дагнаа стримтэй дагнаа хайж үтвчихээн. Жүүс стримтэй жүүс хайж үтвчихээн.
Хэцүү шттэ.
Хүмүүсэд тавлаад орох юм 20-20 төв маань орлог бол манах бэлэн байна гэж. Одоо энэ дайн дээр шууд орж ирвэл наача ахын доо. Юу болно шүү. Мета болно. Гиген дайр их мэд гэж. Танахан дуусчих шүү.
За ингээ бүүнэрээ хөвтлээ.
Түрүүн нөгөө хөөе даа найз. Нөгөө тэгсэн. Үнэтэй хаа. За юу байгаарай. Золцоо маргат эртнэ. Facebook-ийн пэйж руу чат өчээрэй за. Болохгүй юм байхгүй. Cloud9 бүрэлдэхүүн юу гэж бодож байна бро? Cloud9 бүрэлдэхүүн уг нь бол гоё болцсон байгаа тэгээд. Тагнаа таньж байхгүй байгаа л та. Бист биш ээ. Энэ Марс. Эдик 1111 төгрөг донат хийлгэсэн байна. Баярлаа. Монгол Inferno Overpass-тер яасан гэж ялгаач. Тагнаа амьд байна гэн. Сонг манка хоёр одоо зөвгдөд ороод ирэндээ. Арт. Иргэн дөрнө харж болдгоо маа энэ гоё их шиг биш. Тэгээ харуулмаар л байна.
Тэгээ тагныг харах байдаг.
Одоо юу бодож байна? Босоод ямар ч үсэн ямар хүмүүс бидний манай талд байгаа гэдэг хүмүүстэйгээ танилцсамаар байна.
За тагнаа яах гэж. Та
ирсэн мөн.
За одоо очлоо. Жоохон төсчээ. Тагнаа жоохон төсчээ.
Армор
Бага төсчээ.
арч. Стил байлцаар л юм. Алс юм.
баал остор шахсан гэж байна.
Баалсан бэ.
Юу болоод байгаа бэ? Саяхан манайхад стримээ зогсооч дөө. Тэгээд дагнаа эдрийн стримийг үзчихгүй дөө залуус.